give you guys.
You had a lot of problems, didn't you?
And with that, welcome everybody to another exciting edition of Queen of the Hill. We're here this week. I'm in the booth with Mr. Chris G. Chris Guntanis.
Chris G. Back in the house, back from Denver, back from grad parties, back from, I don't know, it's been 3 weeks.
When life was still fun and exciting.
It's the tail end. And then we're going to be empty nesters, so I'll be bored in a couple of months. Don't worry.
Nothing like that. Happy 4th of July, Independence Day to everybody. Weekend, anyways.
Happy 4th.
Monday, Tuesday, everybody gets long weekends.
Well, I had to use a floater because that's how a lot of companies are.
Okay, so it looks like, what's that? Holly won the leg. Oh, wait, that was the leg to figure out what they were playing.
Correct.
Got it.
They didn't agree on what they wanted to play, so they leg for the game type, then they leg for the break.
Well, let's see if...
Looks like Holly's... Oh, that was closer than I thought after the rebound.
Yeah, Cheryl definitely hit hers harder. She was trying to make up for that first one, which was short.
Yeah, I really love the new graphics and the gray felt. So hats off to you and MH and everybody that made that possible. Yeah, the graphics are amazing.
Love the gray felt, to be honest.
It matches the new scoreboard. Well, it's so easy to read.
Actually, the new scoreboard matches the felt.
Yeah.
Because I decided,
right.
Once we covered it, I'm like, yeah, we need a new scoreboard.
It makes sense. It's clean. Pops out nicely. So last week we had some issues with the internet, or not the internet, but maybe the app, or who knows. Patrick and Kyle had a lot of weird issues. Well, I mean, it was, I don't know. I don't know if it was the internet or if it was the program. It sounded like there was an update that came through on our software, and that may have caused it.
I really think that's what it was. When I turned on the system, like literally I turned it on 5 minutes before we were going to get started.
And it doesn't update.
And it doesn't update. Right. It's like you don't know what's going to happen.
Right. And you can't stop it. So not much I can do there either, especially being in Denver. So hopefully another update rolled through today, and we refreshed all the internet tubes and all the machines that make this possible, and knock on wood.
Hey, you did too.
Yeah, gotta knock on wood. If you say knock on wood, you gotta do it.
Okay, so we ended up with rotation. So Holly must have wanted to play 10 ball.
Beautiful.
Holly is a rotation player for sure. She plays a lot of rotation.
Oh, the race. We'll have to change that for him.
We can do that.
8. The orange one.
Oops. No, I don't want to do that.
No.
I'll let you do
orange. That. And then, well, we're going to have to probably change it on their end, too. Maybe they don't know.
They would know, but
I'm sure they'll ask.
Right, and then we'll...
There. So it's a race to 8.
It's on the flyer. You have to actually blow it up to see it because it is pretty
And I do. As soon as you print that flyer, I save it to my phone because I never remember people's names, Fargos, and honestly, people ask me all the time, who's up? And I'll just send them that flyer.
There you go.
Super nice. And the flyer looks nice, too. I have no problems with the arches.
I like it. I think it cleaned it up.
It's like a castle.
Yeah.
And the other one was more of a scroll, and they both work.
Yeah, I like this better.
You've always been good at the graphics. 100%. No sarcasm. Seriously. Like, I don't have the patience for the graphics.
Oh, this table, that's one thing. These guys are going to be sliding all over the place. This cloth is pretty new.
Yeah, if she put a little right on that, it probably didn't take like she thought.
I think she can still, because it's so slippery, I think you can still throw this ball in.
So is this 860 HR? Or is this 760 cloth?
860 HR.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Good to know. Good for a 7-foot table.
Because you're crossing that ball, if she would have hit that a little bit slower and just possibly with a little bit of left English, it would have pushed that ball up table a little bit more.
Right. It'd have been a tough shot on the 3, but you would have had a possibility, an opportunity, I should say.
But hey, what's wrong with the safety?
I mean, I can't complain. So we didn't name them off, right? So we got Cheryl Erbrecht versus Holly de Villers. Should be a great match. Who was the queen last week?
Our current... Oh, look at this shot. What a way to start. Oh, and it hangs. Nice try there by Cheryl, though.
Great attempt there.
Our current king is Laura Link. She's going to be tough to beat.
I got you, yep.
Some players in here to beat her.
Oh, yeah. So she'll be back next week, most likely.
I believe that's the case.
That'd
I know
be
she
cool.
wasn't available this week, so that's why we have 2 new queens. But Holly, if you remember, she gave up her spot. She was not actually defeated when she went down.
Right. Would be interesting to see who plays next week.
And she doesn't reassume the queenhood because she took more than just the 1 week off.
Okay, so you get a pass on one week,
Right.
but more than that,
Consecutive.
you lose your title.
1 week consecutive.
1 week. Got it.
So if they come back and they need another week off, it's not like we say no.
Okay.
But you can't disappear for more than 2 weeks. Just like being a real queen.
Right.
I mean, you'd
Right.
be expected to be there, wouldn't you?
Well, I don't know.
Not all the time, but
I think if you're royalty, you can do whatever you want.
obviously it
Yeah.
is in the royal family. Hey, guys, get out there and share the stream. This is going to be a good match here between Holly and Cheryl. Both these ladies have been queens before and reigning queens, not
Yeah.
just a 1 week, one off. They've held the title for a while.
No strangers to the game.
Let's see. Yeah, I think so too. Fong says that he believes it's going to be a close match, and go Holly. So rooting for the hometown girl.
Hey,
here.
Fong. Hope
then
you have
we
a good holiday weekend. I think Mason is running the tournament today.
He is. Yep. I should probably call and wake him up. And then we got Sean Hanna checking in. What's going on, Sean? Nice to see you.
Sean. Yeah, well, he doesn't have to be in till 12:30, so I mean latest. But maybe is he one of those people that needs like coffee and a hot shower and like stare at the wall for 20 minutes before you get moving?
Oh, no,
I know
Mason
I'm
doesn't have any ritual routine type stuff.
none.
Zero. Yeah, none. No.
One of those people that can hop out of bed and be somewhere in 10 minutes.
Spontaneous. That's what I'm saying. No. Very much
Nice
needs
shot.
his routine, I think.
I was curious on whether or not she was going to take the 4 on the side and float out, but that
6'10"
worked out.
is looking pretty good. actually,
Yeah. I mean, unless you can get on.
From this angle, though, I
Right.
think you're gonna end up. Yep. She knows it. It's there. She's going to give it a shot.
Her stroke is doing good. I mean, she's hitting balls hard. Cue ball's not spinning. She's getting good stop shots on both of those last 2 shots, and that's a good sign.
Fong says that they switched. Mason is not coming in today. He's coming in tomorrow to do Monday 9 ball at 7 p.m.
Ah, okay.
And Fong is going to come and join us today.
Well, beautiful. Yeah, because we got a little tournament chat group, and look at that.
Puts it down, smoked it in the hole.
Dead
1
center
to 0.
pocket.
Nice shot, yeah.
And we weren't sure, so we were playing around with the idea it was either going to be me, but I'm like, I don't think so. Not with Patrick gone. I think I'm going to be in the booth. So then we're like, Mark Bell, he's probably on his motorcycle enjoying the 4th. So I'm glad that worked out.
Take a quick look at that again. Oh, the instant replay's in the wrong spot with our patriotism there. It's a good shot. And let's see.
Beauty. And I do like that. Happy 4th of July with the little fireworks at the end. Very nice.
You know, it's the touch.
It's a nice one. I mean, we should do all our little holidays and save them in a folder.
I'll just make new ones every time. People get sick of seeing the same stuff all the time.
Well, it's once a year. But yeah,
Exactly.
got to change it up.
How many years in a row do you run the same graphic?
I don't know. Not sure. I know Kill Tony is a podcast that's been going for 10 years straight. They haven't changed a thing.
Really?
They're the #1 podcast, and Joe Rogan has them in his comedy club now under his wing, and they just keep on getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And they haven't changed one little piece of their formatting. Graphics, nothing. Intros, outros, none of
Crazy.
it.
They must have had really good stuff to begin with.
Well, I mean, they just started in a small room doing comedy. It's basically like
Yeah, but they had like they had it done right. I doubt if they just have like really crappy graphics.
it's not great. I'll tell you, it's got a campy feel to it, you know.
Well, I don't care how popular they are. It's stupid then.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they need it because they're focusing on comedy, and they bring up like first time
good,
comics.
because obviously
and,
their graphics are a joke.
yeah, pretty cool though. I've been getting into that lately. My son brought it to my attention. I'm like, how did I not know about this for 10
Do you know
years?
what I've been getting into, and I feel horrible for it? What is it called? The one where they've got AI Donald and AI Biden.
Oh no, I haven't seen it.
Oh my God, are you kidding?
Is it a YouTube
If you
thing?
want to
or-
get scared to death of the
Uh-oh.
fact that they can actually put somebody or a computer image of somebody speaking whatever you can imagine they're speaking, and it
Right.
looks 100% real, like you couldn't tell.
Right, and it does.
It's oh my God, it's scary.
I mean, you gotta almost wonder.
It's AI Biden and AI Trump, and they got them on a platform, and they're debating, and they're using. I mean,
That's
if
kind
you
of
don't
scary.
like vulgar words, don't watch it.
Right, it's not for
'Cause
kids.
It's not for kids, but hilarious.
I think I've probably seen clips,
Oh.
you know, on Facebook and whatnot. Oh, let's see if that was a
I don't
good
know
hit.
if that was good or not. We'll get a replay on it.
Let's see if she even calls that into question. But she has a shot on the one, so I'm not sure. Oh, she is calling it into question after not asking for
Let's
a
take
ref.
a look here, shall we? Watch it on normal view.
I mean, look where the one goes. I mean, that's tough.
We're gonna have to watch it again. 'Cause
Yeah.
I have no idea.
So the one actually cuts thin.
To
Which
me, when I
leads me
watch
to
it on
believe-
full view, full screen, I feel like it hits the 8 first.
Yeah, me
But
too.
then when I watch the overhead, it's much closer to me. So let's watch that.
Yeah,
That was one first.
Good
It was
hit.
clean. Yep.
I think she's taking ball in hand anyway.
Oh,
Well, good thing they asked us.
yeah.
So
I'm really glad they did. Jeez.
did we move the instant
Okay,
replay
just to
icon?
point out, that was a good hit. So, and chime in the chat if you think otherwise, but I think that was good.
I mean, you could go 60-40 on that, but really, we have the capability of slowing things down, but it takes filters and some tweaking. And
Not
she grabbed the ball
today.
before we had a chance to watch it twice. So
Foul, well, technically, that's her foul then, right? They asked us to review it.
correct. Maybe
So, I mean, if we were in the world of technicality.
maybe she thought we weren't looking.
Oh.
You know, because we both kind of looked heads down. I mean, you know, communication, right?
So this doesn't mean anything?
Oh, the 1 second figure?
No.
No.
Okay.
I know what the other finger means.
Is that
I get that a lot.
Checking the wind?
Yeah, like when you're
Direction.
playing golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I throw grass in the air when I go. But I'm not a good golfer, so I wouldn't use that technique.
The only reason I would go golfing is to piss off all the rich people behind me.
What do you think of the 5.769? I know that sounds ridiculous, but
I mean,
man, I
it's-
tell you, it looks
That's all
pretty
you
good.
got. Unless you can bank the 5 with an angle and break that stuff up.
Yeah, that's probably.
That'd be my second.
Or break into them right here, possibly.
Yeah, if you know, like a ton of top left.
Yeah.
Cross your fingers.
Yeah, I mean,
It's hard to get on the 5 anyway.
how about you just play right to there?
Could be a safety. Oh, you know what? What I never think of on these tables is the long bank.
Fong says you should send him a slow motion clip of that.
Yeah, I'll do it later. I mean, every time you do a replay, it clips it. So I got a little MP4 we can send you.
We're not taking any chances, though.
No, not taking any chances. Yeah, we had some issues with the app last week, so we don't want anything to crash, freeze, stall. See,
Oh,
that's the
My
shot.
goodness. look
I
at that
mean,
shot.
I don't see those
No,
shots.
she's got nothing, though.
I rarely make those too. I stopped trying them. What a beautiful shot.
It was.
She put a ton of top left on it too.
Yeah, I noticed that, actually. Now what?
Now I think you might be able to snick the 6 and just play it safe. If you hit that real slow and the table's perfectly level, which I'm assuming it is,
Oh.
you should get a safe behind
My
the
God,
10.
is there any question?
Or if anything, just give her a hard shot on the 6-7 combo. But I don't know. From that angle, I think the 6 is out just enough to just touch it. Do you think you
I
can get
agree
an
with
edge?
you. I think so.
I mean, you leave that on the edge. No one's making that without
Could tap the 7 up to the 6.
Oh,
too,
they got a
like that.
ref now.
Oh, smart.
I mean, if the 7 moves, it's a foul, right? Yeah, perfect.
Good
Little
hit,
thicker
but
than I
yeah,
thought.
A little
it would
harder
hit.
than I
Yeah.
thought.
Yes.
I think I would have been shooting to get to the end rail, and that was about
And
it.
stop
But keeping it straight, shooting it that slow.
is tough. And a lot of players, and I do believe Cheryl plays on a lot of valleys. You don't do that on a valley, so I'm sure she's kind of muscle memoried into hitting everything a little firmer. Yeah.
Shot by Holly. That one's not going to intimidate her. I think you're going to see a bank shot here. Could play the carom.
These banks I like. Yep.
Calls it one time.
A little wide, but
You can tell she probably needs to work on her confidence on her banks because that looked like she just popped it a little bit.
yeah, kind of decelerated.
Hoping to get lucky instead of actually aiming.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, that's a shot that you hit a little firmer. You get that aim point, you just hit it firm, maybe even a little draw, and try to play position on the 8.
It's funny how that's our tendency. If we're not comfortable with something, we shoot it faster.
Well, not too fast.
For some reason.
Right. Oh, you mean without aiming?
Yeah,
Pre-shot routine?
Yeah, right. If a long shot or something, you should slow down.
Yes.
and
right.
And really think it through and give it every bit of effort. And for some reason, normal people, everybody,
it's a good tip.
I think they speed up. You know, our tendency is to do that.
It's probably like you just want to get it over with.
Yeah, right.
You know, like I'm probably gonna miss. Let's just get it over with. Hope I get another shot.
It's the not knowing.
Right.
I'm not sure, so what the hell? Here it goes.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
Yeah. I'm that's a
As
every
compared to,
player
analytical.
Right.
Otherwise, it's just random. You got to shoot it 1,000 times to learn it. If you actually slow down and study it, you can shoot it a lot less.
It is something you should
it.
practice.
Yeah.
Cuts to the left, cuts to the right, rail shots, not rail shots, banks,
just
stop shots, follow shots.
Table actually does not look like it's playing excessively fast.
Well, the HR is, always a little more nappy, and I love it.
Yeah, I do too.
It's great for a bar table.
Oh. Not sure. I think she's got to bank this ball now.
Yeah, it's hard to tell without my protractor.
We should have one of those.
Oh, can you see it? You can see it maybe table-wise. It looks like she's got it.
Yeah, maybe throw it around. So a little bottom left.
That's what she did.
And
the spin did not take it in like it normally would. I think she put a little bottom left on that to kind of curve it over.
Leaving Cheryl with a fairly easy mop up. However, that 9 ball is pretty deep in the pocket and anything can happen.
I don't like these. Like if I try to cut it in half to get perfect on the 10, I always hit the point.
Yeah.
And if I go rail first, it takes off on me. See the point? Well, maybe it didn't hit the point. She put right on it. Not sure. I'm saying it hit the point there because it did kind of rebound.
It looked like it did.
Yeah, like right into the back rail. And that's what happens to me. And then you end up with a weird shot. And then you got all your league partners like, hey, you got this. The opponents are like, oh, there you go. You're like, all the pressure hits you on this last shot. And I do not like shooting a hard shot for my last ball. The older I get, the easier I want them to be.
It's like that with dating, too.
That was quick. We're going to put you on Kill Tony. We should bring our commentating.
Great shot.
Yeah, beautiful. I'm going to get dinged by Jess. She says I say perfect or beautiful too much.
I like beautiful. Beautiful is a beautiful word.
It is. It's better than saying, yeah.
What?
Well, if you have an English accent, it works. It doesn't matter what you say.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree on that.
And that also fits in with my statement that I just made.
That we like beautiful and fast.
Dating is that
cool.
way, too.
Yeah. Oh, dating. Yeah. That's what I'll say. Beautiful.
It worked the same for him back then, too. Didn't matter what he said. Any words came out of his mouth, girls were like, oh.
Oh, really? Oh, I see what you're
terrible.
saying. Yeah. I mean, you could just bring he'd be a great wingman.
It's like.
Right? I mean.
Well, I don't know. I was never in a position.
Oh, you were never single.
Not really.
Yeah. Sounds.
But
Not
neither was
really.
he, realistically. I mean,
True.
did I say not really?
Well, good thing our significant others don't watch this.
Oh, my wife loves me. I'm way too old for all that garbage.
Yeah, we don't really argue anymore. We just sit quietly, and then we know, like, this isn't the time to be messing with each other.
See, and I don't know. So how long have you been with your wife?
23 years.
See, now you have taken 23 years to get there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that I think it's an age thing that does that more than like length in relationship type thing.
Yeah.
My wife and I have only been together like 7 years.
Correct. Yeah. Well, I mean,
and it's already like I know when just to shut up.
Right. I mean, that's 100%. It's not worth the energy sometimes to argue about something that doesn't matter. You know, and you watch what you say a little more.
Well, we're on opposite sides of politics too.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, we don't talk about politics.
Well, it doesn't really matter.
We can talk about social issues. That's different.
So do you both not vote because you know you're canceling each other out?
I tell
just
her
for
I don't
fun.
Vote.
I do absentee and I vote for her.
I cheat.
No, just kidding.
I cheat.
Don't stand about.
I'm not voting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not voting either.
Yeah.
She's probably out there voting.
Yeah, you both sneak out and vote.
Right.
Cancel each other out.
No. But, no.
Well, that's what it's about, checks and balances, you know.
Right.
So she's got the 1 ball. Into the 3?
I think so. I think if you hit that with nice speed, it's worth a try. What's
mean,
it going to hurt you?
The reason why I like this, either that or a safety, but because the 410 makes this a possibly easier game.
Yeah, fast rack.
Now, the 1's got to sit nice, though. So you either have to hit this hard and hope it rebounds out from the cluster, or you hit it perfect so it sits in front of the side.
4th of July weekend, do you think everybody was just out partying or what? Like, nobody's talking in the chat Fong, but...
Well, typically that's how it goes.
What?
We don't get a lot of chat.
Patrick and I...
Supkiss.
Patrick and I had a lot of people chatting. Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's a slow start to the morning.
They probably just don't like you.
I don't mind. I'm just the tech guy. I don't even want to be up here.
Oh, come on. I even put you on the flyer. Did you see that?
I did see that.
I think you're the lead spot even.
Yeah, I actually noticed that. I like that you I mean, I don't care, but I noticed you put yourself last. A nice selfless act. I'm sure you put some thought in that. Like, where should I put my name?
Not at all.
The creator always has to be last.
I just put it down in the...
Was it alphabetical?
No. Well, it might be.
It might be, actually. Glenn would be after G-O, and then Drake. No.
Yeah.
That wouldn't work. Now, maybe if you're going first name. Nope. Kyle would be second. Anyway.
No, I did it out of importance of jobs.
I think the Queens always starts off a little slower. It starts to pick up during the Jesters. Adam Lutz has a huge following.
Does he?
There's certain people that just have a following. You know, so when you get them on, they have a lot of people from like Sun Prairie, Milwaukee, tons of friends, and they all are rooting for him. He's one of those guys, you know.
No, I like him. Every time I see him,
he's a bubbly guy.
Yeah.
MH is another one, you know. I mean, a lot of people like MH. I struggled watching a little because he changed his fundamentals, and it was a little slow and tedious. And I noticed his pre-shot routine was really strange. He was doing kind of a backstroke follow-through with, like, no pauses. And
yeah, he gets these ideas in his head.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's constantly trying to improve, which can you fault him?
Well.
But yeah, I ended up watching the whole MH match, start to finish, because, you know, rooting for MH. I've known MH for like 5 years. He's always a super nice guy.
Well, and honestly, he made it interesting.
It did. I mean, he had a comeback. So because it got broken up last week, we did a HD re-upload. So it's higher quality and it's a full video. It's on this channel if anybody's interested.
Yeah, and there's no cutouts. It's all
correct.
Right. Didn't miss a shot.
Yeah, because it constantly records.
Yeah. even when it goes down.
Right. So we have the originals. So keep that in mind. If we ever have a day where like the internet goes out, we'll still record it and we'll post it a few hours later.
Right. You just can't interact. Well, you can, but you won't get much for a response.
Correct. All right, we got the 4-ball here. Kind of a tough shot.
Good job. Got back out for the 5. I like this because you can hit this virtually any speed you like, depending on what you want to do. You don't have to get straight on this ball, is my point.
You want to be here at 12:30 for the tournament.
What?
For sign up.
Oh.
Sunday. Weekly Sunday 8-ball tournament. Be here at 12:30 for sign up.
Oh,
Starts at 1 promptly.
Which cap is that? Is that Cap?
It looks like I'm in the
Or is
picture.
that Brother Cap?
You can almost tell. It's a little tiny circle. He's got his polo, his pink polo.
I know. I kind of in the bald spot.
I wasn't going to, yeah, but.
Well, I mean, I'm bald.
It's alternate break, 8-ball, BCA, PL rules. No handicap. It's tiered entry.
You'll pay a lot.
You pay like $5 more than me.
$13.78. He couldn't have been born in 78. Is he 8 years younger than me? I guess he could be.
Maybe.
45?
45 is young now. The older I get, the younger 45 looks.
All right, tester here. Cheryl got really good on that ball. Another good shot. And
she's shooting good.
Got result, though. She can see the edge of the 7, and that'll run down the table if she can. I think that's her only shot. I don't see a good safety out of there, but.
Yeah, I'm looking at the table, and it does look like just enough of the 7 is showing for a cut.
Oh, yeah.
I think you go for it. I mean, you could play a pretty easy safe here, right?
What time will you make it by? If you tell me like quarter after, 20 after, we could probably make sure that that's still happening.
Yeah, Fong's running the tournament, so if you're a few minutes behind, you can always
let
send
me
him
know
a message.
now.
Yeah, right.
Because then we'll pass it along for you.
Yeah, what time is it now? It's 11:48. You got plenty of time.
Oh, it's Dave. Okay.
Unless you're an hour and, maybe 2 hours away.
Oh, just overcut that ball. Fong says I can sign you up. Obviously, that's if he's able to be here in a reasonable amount of time after.
Yeah, let us know.
Well, Fong's in the chat, so he's kind
Perfect.
of paying attention.
Yeah, Fong usually watches until he's got to head on over here.
Right. He disappears from chat, and then I watch him walk in the door with the computer.
Well, he'll have his archery bag of pool cues on his back.
Quiver. 90 minutes out. 12.
Yeah. I mean, we can always forfeit your first match if you feel like coming through the loser's bracket. Would be a challenge.
Ray and Searing are also running late, so Fong, you got to let them know if that's okay.
Why is it always the best players that can't be here on time?
Right. It's like showing up late for your payday.
Yeah. And just rolling out complaints the whole time while taking first place every week.
You guys suck at this. Man, I don't know why you don't run it better.
Sorry, I feel better now. I got that out.
Nobody says that.
Nobody says that.
Close.
Pool players never complain.
Not the ones I know.
So she's got a tough look at the 7 here.
Fong says, yes, that's okay, Dave.
Fong's running it. He's the director.
Disappear off this chat like now. Not even time to respond.
He's already in the car. Don't forget your pool cue. And money.
Good shot there. Cheryl is firing balls in the hole today.
I'm telling you.
She's got to finish the rack, and then it'll be great.
Both of these ladies today, their stroke is on. I think they must have been playing a lot, or Because, it's hard to make these shots center pocket every time.
Look at that. The two best juniors we have. And they're the two that are here this 4th of July weekend.
Yeah, they're working hard, too.
They are. I tell you, both those guys play good. I just worked with their mechanics again this morning. If I can get them to, there's a couple of things both of them need to really focus on, different for both. But both those kids play so good.
Yeah, I saw Connie was cracking the whip a little bit, making sure they're staying on their practice schedule since this is the time allotted for training for them.
Yeah. My main goal is just to keep their mechanics. She does a lot of the individual or specific type stuff.
Right.
But as far as their mechanical action, that's really what I work on every day with them. Like Damon's at a different spot. I'm working with speed, English, and all the rest of that stuff.
I mean, he looks pretty good there. I mean, honestly, he's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what I said. He's going to be a monster.
Yeah.
That kid's like 9 years old, and he's got better mechanics than 90% of the adults I've seen.
I mean, he thinks, too. He doesn't just bang them around.
No, we work. I mean,
look at that.
And you got Mike Lemire working with him a little bit, too.
Yeah.
Mike's been really kind of taking some time out of his days to help him.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for him because he gets game experience with Mike quite a bit, and then Connie works on like some specific things, and then I'm always constantly improving his mechanics.
Just a family of pool.
Yeah.
Helping whoever wants to learn how to play.
And then
great shot there by Holly.
Robert there. Roberts is the kid that Damon's playing right now. Robert's been working with Mason. Mason's been working with him quite a bit.
Yeah, and that's helpful, too, when you play better players.
I got to get him to get his hesitation back because he just gets up and he likes to stream it all together.
I think it's just also age, I think they get a little impatient. So they just start trying to slam balls around to see what happens.
Safety play there by Damon. Right. Meanwhile, Holly got out, so that's going to make it 2 games for her if she remembers to mark it.
Yep.
And she did.
2-1, Holly in the lead. For those that might be on the pontoon boat listening, we do have a few of those.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny to know that some people, they'll put their phone on, they'll crank it up, and they'll just listen to it sometimes. So I forget to give them the old baseball play-by-play, sometimes even just the score.
2-1, Holly de Villers over Cheryl Erbrecht.
Yep.
Erbrecht.
Dry break.
Does that look like an A?
I don't know. Was it a dry break? Yeah, it was.
It was. Dry break. And Cheryl comes to the table, not seeing anything but a push.
So now you're going golf. You've moved from baseball to golf. Can you do hockey?
Pool? Have you listened to pool? It's not much different than golf.
I haven't. I stopped watching pool. I got burnt by too many pay-per-views. And I don't know.
Is golf exciting? That's what I want to know.
I think it is if you're watching the last couple, the best of the best play, and, it's close. And you're like, oh, if he makes this putt, this is pretty amazing. I've caught myself watching
the putting game.
Right.
I think the putting game is exciting because it's like instantaneous gratification or disappointment. A drive, okay, he hit it a little short, but watch this next shot. They talk about how pool gets boring when you get too good.
Oh, right.
They just bang, 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 bang.
Yep.
Same thing with golf.
It's like birdie, birdie, birdie. Oh, he missed one birdie.
Right.
he now does not win.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Play for 4 days and you miss one shot and you lose.
Yeah. Sometimes it comes down to that.
But it's the same here.
Right. Yeah, you got to play perfect to play the best. Like our current king, Giles.
Yeah.
Someone needs to step up and challenge him. I don't think he's a pro, right? And it is a 7-foot table. So we need to, get that sign up going.
I can't believe it took that long for anybody to comment on the gray table.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love the gray.
The answer is we will be going to all gray tables, but we started with this one because I think it's pretty on TV.
Yeah, I mean,
it's easier on the eyes. You can determine what every single one of these balls is easily.
Let this run for a couple of weeks and see if it shows wear more than a blue, or I don't know.
Well,
Probably
it's not like
not.
we're going to recover. We won't recover the rest of the tables until pool season, so September.
Couple months.
Couple months. Yeah.
It's faster than you think.
Yeah, it's coming. I'm excited because summer sucks.
Yeah, it's tough for pool.
It's been dead.
Yeah.
Well, everything. I mean, there's a lot of restaurants around us going out of business. There's Famous Dave's just went out.
Oh, really?
Yep.
The one on
Only one
whatever?
we got. Yep.
Yeah.
You got it over by Home Depot.
Yeah, right.
But, I mean, there's quite a bit. There's some bars that are going under. People just aren't going out spending the same. So I definitely am ready to get through summer and get back to our league season, get things rolling again.
Right. And I am part of the Thursday league, and I do feel the Wednesday and Thursday league are still popping.
Oh,
if anybody's interested,
yeah,
go to mattapplebilliards.com. And in the upper right, there's league sign up. Whether or not, I don't know, do we read that?
Yeah, you bet.
Okay. Because I tell people to go there and sign up.
Sure.
And then sometimes they'll say, well, I never got contacted. So, I'm just making sure, because there are a lot of new players out there that want to get involved, but they don't know what time it starts or when. And I really don't have that information for them. I don't know as much as I used to. I used to know everything.
See, that's, again, synonymous with life.
Right. Do you want to know everything?
The longer I live, the less I know.
Mm-hmm.
I used to think I knew it all when I was 18, 19.
Well, I mean, the more time you spend here, the more you know. I mean, I'm not talking like young values, but more of just details of what's going on. Telling you, one more year or maybe 6 months, and I think I'm going to be bored.
What?
Just working.
Oh, no,
all I'll be doing is working. I mean, no more grad parties. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the grandkids will start coming, so that might change some things. Little
baby burritos are always fun.
Yeah. I went to Denver last weekend. Saw my brother-in-law. He just had a baby. Not him, but his significant other.
That is something.
Well, it is Denver.
True. Oh, he did he?
Yes. I think that was Dave. Fong.
Dave.
Cap.
You're the one that told us it was Dave, right? Pretty sure. Yeah, Fong. That's Dave.
Oh, yeah, that is a little weird. And then he says, oh, yeah, that is okay, Dave.
Hey, Fong, it's Dave.
You are running the tournament today, right? No, I'm joking.
No, he's not.
And I might be able to help with tomorrow.
Good hit. Oh, my. Did she call it?
Oh, wow.
Did she call it?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't think so. She wished she called it. Because I say her,
there.
Little conversation back and forth, a lot of smiles. We've all been there.
Just for the heck of it, you maybe should have called this one.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Okay, Brian fart, he says. Oh, brain.
Oh.
Like Brian fart. What is that?
I don't know. I have a tough time spelling Brian. I always spell brain.
Brain or
yeah.
Brian?
It's the English language. Look, she did it again.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was switched back.
Like, how did she do the same shit twice?
Did she call it that time?
Yeah, that time she did.
Yeah, smart. She knew it.
So we got Cheryl up to bat here on the one ball.
Better.
2 fouls.
Is it?
No.
Oh.
I don't know if they're playing 3-foul rule.
Nope.
That's, now that I bring that up, that's a pretty good question there.
There's the Stone himself.
Mason's in. He probably thought he was running the tournament. Probably going to get some practice in.
Good idea.
I noticed his P-Shower queue has filled up. Might be doing the drawing for that later. Don't let me forget, I owe him $20. You know what's weird is I didn't see that that post. It's like it hid it from me.
Which one? The queue?
Yeah. And I have them liked, followed, and as part of my favorites. You know, on Facebook you can say favorites, so it shows you in your feed.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. Nothing.
Weird.
And then someone put a chat in like 3 weeks later. And then it shows up. Right. It's Facebook, man. You know the new account I created already got closed?
The what?
The new Facebook account that I created for the stream got closed.
For what?
Nothing. We didn't even use it. We created it. I started sharing it, and I just let it hang out there. We didn't even stream on it, and then all of a sudden, it got closed.
So how do we get a Facebook?
You can't.
For the stream.
I think you're done. I think somehow they relate it to the IP or the name or something, and they're just going to keep on banning it.
Why?
They
never answered us.
Back in the day, I think a lot of it was because we were streaming and we had sponsors, and we didn't have a Facebook corporate account or whatever they call it.
Oh,
they want you to pay.
Did we get one now? Or?
No, we didn't even have a chance to.
Oh, well,
you have to have the account for like 30 days before you can do any of that.
Really?
I mean, we didn't stream, though. We didn't do anything. There was no sponsors. There was no posts. I didn't even share anything from it. So what I was going to try to do was create a bunch of pages for all the commentators under it, you know, so that they can have some control and help with the marketing. And
well, I mean, they can create their own.
They should. Yeah, that's what I've come to now, is just create your own.
All right, coming up today at 1:45, we got the Jesters match. We got 2 new players there, too, because nice shots, huh? Because Steve Lang was unable to make it this week.
Yes.
So we have Marshall Williams, who's going to take on Randy Parlick. Randy's a regular in the chat, so looking forward to see him in.
He's excited.
As you would think he would be. And then, of course, we got our Knights match coming up. That one's coming up at 4:30. That's going to be Jim Baumgartner, Jimmy, playing against our very own M.H. Pengles. That's going to be a barn burner there.
That'll be a good
one. 2 very good players, both of them right at the cusp of hitting 600. We got Jimmy at 597, and we got M.H. 1 point ahead, so obviously the clear winner of the match at 598.
Yeah. The 1 point's going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
A lot of value in that.
I think that's going to be a great match. Both of them, the Knights and the Jesters. Stay tuned for that later today. All free on this channel. Hit subscribe, hit like, hit the notification bell. It's all free. And if you really feel good and you want to help support the juniors program, which, like
we
said,
just donated $250 to Braden. My goodness, he just won the junior nationals down there by Iowa.
Oh, so what was $250 from the stream?
Yes.
Nice,
that's,
beautiful.
Basically going to go. It's to pay for the Mad Apple Stream logo and support on his jerseys.
Awesome.
Help him pay for his jerseys and get that done.
He gets some cool clothes.
I met him when I was at Rogers. Jeez, finally. Braden Rogers, good player, young player. And I met him actually when we went and did ACS Iowa.
Okay.
And a real nice kid. I enjoyed talking to him and kind of worked a little bit with him.
Right.
But he's a champion. I mean,
the young kids, there's no fear.
Yeah. But anyway, so happy to give some of that money to him and help him continue with what he's doing.
That's awesome. So if you want to help the juniors program or anything like that, you can always become a member of the channel.
And we're working on the nonprofit. So
yes,
we are going to turn that into a nonprofit. So it'll be tax beneficial to you at some point too, to help us.
Which is nice because there are a lot of people out there that want to donate larger amounts to players. And, I mean, people with money usually like a tax deduction. Don't blame them.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
What I'm told.
Yeah. Yeah, I claimed my 10 by 10 office, and they said that wasn't good enough. It needs to be half the house. I'm like, well, the kitchen and the bathroom are also part of my office. It's not worth it.
Break room?
Yeah, I need a break
Living
room.
would be the break room.
Right. The meeting room.
The whole damn thing is the office.
The living room is the meeting room. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I tried it once. It didn't pay off. It was complicated. I need an accountant probably to get me an extra $50.
Right.
And then you got to pay $400 to the accountant.
I think there's 7 goes. Is that what she's called?
I don't know. I mean, look at. Oh, I thought that was in.
Good effort. I mean, when they're that far apart and you try and kick and it just slides weird, you got to almost overcut it.
Great attempt, though, and looking pretty good as far as a safety.
The Tish in the house.
Tishawa.
Tishhauser.
Oh, actually, I was looking in the chat.
Oh,
yeah,
no, he's physically
Jeff just walked in.
Yeah. Must be thinking he can play pool again today.
He's been doing good.
Oh, yeah,
He beat everybody a couple weeks ago.
Taught him everything he knows.
When you're hot, you're hot. Keep running with it. I saw Taylor Collar won a big singles tournament.
Did he?
I saw it on Facebook. He had a bunch of cash, and I was like, that's not Scotch doubles.
Not like it surprises anybody. Taylor,
I mean, he's an unbelievable player for his rating. I mean, honestly. I know he took it a little slower after having kids and whatnot, but still a great player. All right, so we're looking at the 4 here. She called it all the way down. Thinking cue ball is going to sneak off the rail. Maybe set up the 5 in the other corner. This is a runnable table.
Jeremy Gould. Nope. Same cloth. It's just your screen must be out of whack.
Yeah. Do TVs have like a hue anymore?
Right.
You could make
just
it blue.
The hue, make it blue. No, that is new cloth. Of course it is. Yeah.
We're
and
following
graphics. Nobody says anything about the graphics. Oh, cloth. I'm just kidding.
I said first thing I said when I saw you was the graphics
totally
are great.
Just messing around because you said that earlier.
I didn't have any complaints on anything.
Perfect angle here. Don't be scared. Go right around that 9. Just a little bit.
I like this shot.
A little bit of a stun. You got to hold it just a little so you don't run into the 9, and then let it go.
I mean, the 9 is in a weird spot to come off the rail.
You got to stun it just
right.
a little below center, and then it'll release on that second rail and come out. Just like she did. She just
a little harder, too.
Force it. Well, if she would have stroked it,
right.
That's the difference between that pop or poke like she just did and actually running through the ball all the way. And she needed to run through that ball all the way.
Darn right. I like the gray.
It is so much. If you've never played on a shark gray table, I can tell you that your eyes just thank you.
Well, I'm looking at that, then I look at the blue, and I'm like, how did I ever play on blue?
Right, exactly.
It's so cartoony.
Yeah.
I mean, how did we ever play on red or green?
Well, okay, so the green cloth definitely was too dark. You couldn't see the edge of the 6 ever and all that other stuff. So blue was terrific because now you can see all the edges. I liked it. But you don't realize how obnoxiously bright it is.
Right.
Like, we don't need to be that bright to still be crisp, you know.
Unless it's brand new all the time, which is impossible.
And part of me was inspired because we went to an Ansel Adams photo gallery while we were in California. So
oh, yeah. How was California?
it was good.
Yeah, you do the whole Highway US 1 thing?
US 1, yep.
Nice.
Ansel Adams is a black and white photographer for those who
I didn't know either.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's what I was talking about.
Did you buy anything?
Ansel Adams? No. I don't think I can afford anything, Ansel Adams.
I get
Very
like a
famous. You don't know that name,
no. I think anything on the West Coast I just block.
Oh, no, he's famous.
I know like Banksy.
Oh, so he's famous for so photography is all in post. So you're doing everything after the fact. Anybody can take a picture. but he was able to bring out just some amazing, I guess, perspectives of a picture in his development.
And it's all black and white.
Old school development, old
Wow.
school cameras. I mean, crazy. I
Yeah.
mean, you can see, like, if I set up a wall of his black and white photos and set up a wall of somebody else's right next to each other, there's no doubt you'd be able to pick.
You would know.
Yeah, you could intermix them.
I'll Google it later. Get some examples.
Really incredible. But that was fun. Going to Denver, speaking of.
Yeah, you're going to Denver?
Well, a little bit. You just got back, right?
Yeah, and we just so happened to run into the Pride Parade, which made traffic a nightmare.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, when we went to California, the airport had all the signs up that said "Silence, please." You know, this is a quiet airport. You know.
Is it?
Yep. Earphones, so nothing. You're not allowed to make any real noise until you got to the end of the hallway where the gay pride thing was going on. They were singing and dancing,
having some fun. Yeah. So where was that? California?
That was okay though. Yeah, California.
Okay.
San Francisco airport.
That's amazing. So they can tell you to be quiet in a public airport.
Yeah, and then put a band on.
Well, the funny thing is we left on Thursday and they just got done with like a hailstorm and a huge thunderstorm, and we were delayed because of that. But the 4 days that we were there were beautiful. I guess people got hurt at the amphitheater because of the hail, and then we were at the amphitheater the next day and it was like 80 degrees and perfect.
You're not talking about Red Rocks, are you?
Yeah. Yep.
That's where we're going.
Yeah, the amphitheater's cool to see.
Yeah. We're going
and
to
then
see
there's some
Steve Miller Band. So
you're actually going to see a band.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I guess they had like the New Kids on the Block guy there or something. I wasn't just one of them. Yeah, I don't know.
The New Kid?
Yeah, we were just doing the sightseeing thing where you get in for free, you walk around, you see it. They got some like trails too.
So New Kids on the Block, I don't know if this was maybe a little before you. When they first started, part of their opening tour was at a place called Stage 2 in Oshkosh, which is now the bar.
Oh,
in
really?
Oshkosh. Yeah. So they actually performed. It was like one of their, I don't know, maybe first 20-some shows.
That's pretty amazing.
At Stage 2 in Oshkosh.
I did not know that. I think my sister was into it, maybe.
Yeah, sure.
I don't remember. I mix them all up.
Oh, what kind of weather, Patrick? Said he just got back to civilization and they got their butts kicked by weather.
Huh.
Hail, maybe, huh? Maybe the hail you were
Are you in
talking about?
Denver?
Yeah, right.
I mean, if you're in Wisconsin, it looks beautiful. At least Appleton does.
Going for the bank here, trying to extend her lead by one more. Nope.
Oh.
Not quite going to do it. And left it hang pretty nice for Cheryl. Cheryl's looking to tie things up at 2-2 if she can finish these last 3 balls out.
Should be adjusted. Hail, rain, and wind.
Nice.
Where are you at?
How big was the hail? Did it leave any holes? In your tent, obviously.
I don't think he sleeps in a tent.
What?
He's glamping.
Wait, come on. He's ex-military? Or, well, you're not ex-military. He's former military active something. I don't know what you call him.
A Marine.
He's a Marine. That's what you call him. He sleeps in a tent. Probably on the stones.
I would think so. I mean, he's only 40.
It's all cushy. He can
That's pretty
sleep on
young.
stones.
I mean,
Be
I
tough.
did that, and the air mattress went flat, and then it rained, and our tent flooded, and then there was like a bear walking around our tent at 3 in the morning.
Holy crap. I watched a video the other day, and these guys, they're in their tent, and there's 2 lions outside their tent,
That's what
and
I'm
he
saying.
moves just a little bit, and that looked like my cat playing.
Yeah.
Like when it's about to attack.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, I think what do? You got a little tent between you.
Well, Cheryl did tie it up 2-2.
Nice job there, finishing things out.
Yeah, that'd be scary.
Oh my God. I mean, you got 2 of them running around the tent, and the one's like prancing around the outside like it's about to catch its treat. You know.
I felt like I was going to sneeze there. And we're in like a 2x2 cube.
That would have been perfect
Yeah.
timing too, because I put it on screen. Oh,
Well, Kendall will be out next week.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Mason complimenting on the stream looks great.
It does. And so far, so good. Knock on wood again. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
Oh, yeah.
That's my knock on
He
wood.
actually knocked on wood.
Yeah.
That's all we could afford around here. We didn't have marble or anything.
Well, we don't need marble. Wood's good.
A little bit of pine. Oh, my God. So pulling out of, I got two stories to tell real quick. One of them pulling out of Home Depot. Anything going to go here?
Was that today?
No, like Friday, I think. Anyway, so pulling out of Home Depot, and I see a construction company. The name of this construction company, I would feel bad saying this, except for it is actually somebody's name, is Morning Wood.
Oh, I've seen that.
Are you kidding?
I think they did that on purpose.
Well, no kidding.
I mean, yeah.
Holy cow.
It obviously gets them some chatter. I think that's what you need now as a consultant. You need a funny name.
I guess. Like,
I don't know. Like, I need one for computer services.
like, should we change the name of Mad Apple Extreme to
Morning
some
Wood?
innuendo? No, like,
No.
I
I don't
like
think so.
deep holes or.
I think we've got great traction. We got a good following. We gotta stick with those state tournaments, and honestly, we just do this to just kind of keep pool moving in the
I
area.
love pool.
And help the juniors out a little bit, whether or not people support us or not.
Hey, Ray,
We
it's
still
Holly
do it.
Villers and Cheryl Erbrecht. Just in case you wanted to know who was playing today.
Yes. Did anyone ask?
No, but Ray has been. Just giving her a little bit.
Oh.
I got to give her a little grief.
Oh, Ray.
Yeah, Ray.
Yeah. She told me once she wanted to punch me for no reason.
What?
Yeah, I busted you.
You're right, though.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah, I get it, too.
I get it. I'm just too nice. I'm like bubbly. Like nobody likes that guy. Like, how can someone be that awesome all the time?
Does he get tired of doing that? All right, Cheryl here with ball in hand. And setting up, it looks like a good angle here to run into the 5-8-9, which is going to be a little bit of her problem. And she's got a good spot for the 3, so see how it turns out for her. Oh, so that's one of my stories. The other story
Wow,
is a
beautiful.
Starbucks story. And there's this nice young girl, looks like probably your daughter's age or so,
Yeah.
20-ish. And a nice girl, and I get my coffee, and she asked me, and this is kind of a visual, so nobody's going to get it, but she says to me, did you need a stopper for that? And now, that, to me, was never the symbol for a stopper in anything.
So those who can't see, he's making a obscene gesture with his
Well, it's not.
hands.
It's apparently a stopper in a coffee.
It's definitely a plug of some kind.
Right. I mean, so I'm thinking that's probably not the greatest visual
No.
to use when you're referring to that.
No, I think it's the end of society.
But, I mean, I laughed almost, I don't know what to do.
I was in an office, and they asked me for my birthday. And I'm not going to give you my real birthday, but I said, well, not that it matters, but I said like 12/3/75. And she goes, no, I need the month. I said, well, 12 is December.
Well, it depends on where you're
And
from.
she gave me a mean look, rolled her eyes, and walked away, and someone else came to help me. Like, I was the one that was rude.
Is this part of you being so nice?
I'm on the limited edge of, being nice to people
I agree with you.
if they don't
Chris
deserve it.
G. What's Mason agreeing to?
Say what?
Mason's agreeing with you.
I agree with you, Chris G. I'm not sure.
That you're nice all the time, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Mason, let me know. What do you agree to? Because I don't get a lot of people agreeing with me, so I kind of want to know.
Should we document this?
Yeah, we need to document the time, the date,
12:21 during the stream.
Little tough shot on the 5 here, though.
She played well to get where she was on it. Looks like she went for it. I would have thought she would have probably played safe.
Man, I love 9-ball, though. You know, I mean, 10-ball's great, but I'm missing some 9-ball.
Oh, end of society. Absolutely.
I just think, you know, post-COVID, the young people, the jobs, I don't know, they don't care. I don't know. Maybe I didn't care either.
You know what's scary, though? When I and you are old and you're in like some infirmed state.
Yeah, yeah.
These are the people that are going to be taking care of us.
Well, they'll be older, so hopefully they'll be wiser.
Yeah. Right, because we all get smarter as we age.
I'll just disappear into the Alaskan forest.
Literally.
Yeah. Go play with a bear.
Find the bear, yeah.
Right.
Apparently find Cocaine Bear.
Oh, man. You know,
that movie?
I personally didn't like it, but
did you see it?
I saw it. It's good. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's slapstickish. I recommend it if you're looking for a laugh, but
you didn't like it?
I mean, I don't know.
That says a lot.
Yeah.
I hated that movie. You should see it.
No,
That's
I
like
mean,
the same person that says, "Man, this tastes
I think
horrible."
I'm the only one that doesn't like it, so I can't. You know, I feel
this
like
tastes horrible. Try this.
Yeah, try this coffee. It's horrible.
Nice. Coffee. You had to say the C word.
I know, and I didn't even. Oh, missed the 5, made the 7. That should be ball in hand for Holly. Again, we're tied 2-2, same as 40 minutes ago. Sorry, I'm just joking.
Well, I tell you, Connie was mad at me because we shortened her race, and I intended to adjust.
It is tough to adjust things on the fly, but yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
But you have to. I mean, if this run starts running too long, I'll be honest, we're going to adjust this race also.
I don't know. I mean, I've talked to some people. I've smoothed. You almost have to make the change for the next week and not the current match because there's money on it. I guess I do agree with some of that. But you'd had to do what you had to do because you're the train conductor. You're trying to keep the schedule.
Well, apparently I ran that baby right off the track.
Sometimes you got to do it and see what happens. Oh.
Well, it inspired one of them to play good.
Well, and everything is fine. Everybody's here. We all love each other. And we gave hugs. There's Fong.
No wonder the chat got quiet.
I do have my phone. I could do a little live. You know what? We should buy that tripod balancing thing for phones from DJI. I could not figure out how to make that really expensive one you have work. I don't think it's meant to work with something light.
Oh.
So it's always going to shake. You have to have like a 10-pound camera on that thing for it to work. So that thing is still good, and I got a battery charger for it, so we'll pack that up and save it for a rainy day. But I think we do need to buy the gimbal from DJI. I exhausted resources on trying to save money. And
how much did it cost to save it?
It was all well, the DJI gimbal for phones is only like $60.
How many man hours do you have in saving us?
3.
$10.
I read the instructions. I learned how
to make an hour usually.
Like $250.
$750. We could have bought a hell of a gimbal.
I didn't spend that. I mean, but I also like learning, right? So I learned everything possible about that gimbal.
3 rails. This ball is going in the hole. I feel it.
This is a beautiful shot if this goes. One, 2, 3.
It's looking good, I'm telling you.
Click.
Oh my God. Oh, I love it.
Got to hit the orange button on that one.
Holy cow, that's amazing.
I could go bring my phone out on that. We can zoom in on it.
Holy cow. I mean, great speed. That's terrific. I mean, I'm sure Cheryl doesn't think so, but wow, that was amazing.
So now they're having a good laugh at how to hit this. Now, it's frozen, so you can push through it. I think you can just roll this in with...
I would push like I'm shooting at the 9.
Yes.
Right?
It should go in. Would you use a little bit of left to transfer right?
I want to hit as we're facing at the left side of the 9.
Right.
Try to. But I don't know if you can. You might have to not even hit the 9. Maybe it slides between the 9 and the 10, and you shoot the 8 in the left bottom corner. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's not going to be a foul because they are obviously frozen.
I mean, unless you do something blatantly double hit and then hit the 6 with your stick or something, I think if you at least do the 45-degree angle, like you said, aim for the 9, and then try to roll it in, maybe spin it in, I think you'll be fine. Interesting. I've never seen that. 1,000 years of pool, and I've never seen that. Not quite like that.
Yeah, right. It just was, it was fun. I like it.
You want to switch to the mobile view just to see if this thing's working still?
Yeah.
I'm just curious. Oop, not that one.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of a cool view. Do a little pan, maybe. So this is what it looks like from inside the booth, and me trying not to shake my hand at all because we have no stabilization.
That's Chris saying he's unstable.
Got the juniors playing, people getting ready for the 8-ball tournament. All right, cool. Oh, thought you switched.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
We're back.
But anyway, still works.
Nice.
So if we get that gimbal, then I could probably do some walking around on Fridays.
Fridays? What's on Friday?
Well, not lately. Someone who wants to challenge Giles.
Is it Giles or Giles?
It's Giles. I watched the stream, and there was about 18 conversations about how it was Giles. And if that's wrong, I'd be completely confused.
Gray cloth. Check your
Paper.
check your what is that adjustment called?
The hue.
Yeah, check the hue.
What's up, Paper? I haven't seen you in a while.
Check the hue. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
What do you think?
don't adjust your settings. So is it safe to say that we're trying to follow in the standards that Matchroom is trying to instill in the pool community? Smaller
'cause that
pockets,
makes
gray
sense.
cloth. Yeah, it does.
It's sensical changes, trying to get some consistency to everything. So did you know that Predator has no intention to ever make gray chalk?
Predator?
Yeah.
I thought they had that hexagon chalk. They don't make it in gray?
Correct. And,
Wow,
and
I'm surprised about that.
When asked, they intend to not.
Well,
Do you know why?
why?
Well, this is me talking.
Okay, so this is an opinion.
Correct. Most people won't tell you that, by the way.
That is true.
But my opinion is that they don't make gray cloth,
Right.
so they don't want to support Matchroom's style of pool, of which is gray.
I mean, that seems like
That's
a
their
bad
standard.
move because they're trying to sell pool cues.
Yeah.
I mean, really, that's their business.
Right. But it's like, I'm the same way with all of that stuff. You don't have to run the other guy down in order to be successful at what you're doing.
Yeah, competition is good. Let people have fun.
Right. And you don't have to sit here and, Predator shouldn't be trying to destroy Matchroom. Predator should be working alongside Matchroom to make our sport strong all the way around the board.
Amazing shot by
Great
Cheryl.
job. Yep.
Unbelievable. Her shot making is 10 out of 10 today. Yeah, you can get gray and master. Tome just has one color. I think that's just so that they don't have to have so much stock. I feel like that's all it is. We're going to make one color. It's going to be different than the version 8 or whatever, and we're going to sell the crap out of it.
Right.
But people say that the Tome doesn't get on the cloth, so
Yeah, and that's good.
unlike master.
Yeah, but Tome's also 3 times as expensive. And there is a difference. I mean, but the one thing I will say also, she had a
little left on that. Interesting.
If you mix the two, it's a horrible combination.
Oh, yeah, you don't. Yeah, and I'd be careful. Like, if I see somebody with Tome chalk on the table, I never use it because I'm always using master because it'll create miscues.
Yeah, and it does, too.
It's like putting water, inside the
I was misquoted one time saying that it's all a gimmick. You know, I'm not saying there's not better chalk.
Yeah.
Because there can be
Technology.
But $25 and $30 for a cube of chalk is a gimmick.
It's too much.
Yeah, it's a
too
gimmick.
much.
I mean,
give me a box for $25 and I'll buy it.
Match, you know, Masters has been around forever, and like it, love it, hate it. Nobody can say that it was ever horrible.
Well, and that's coming from someone who has to provide free chalk
also
that disappears every day.
Right.
So I get it.
Mason really likes the tome, you know, and I mean, I can see advantages to tome from what I've seen
love it.
People use.
I just can't afford it.
Yeah. Well, so
I don't play at that level. You know, if I had a table at home, brand new, I would get tome, and I wouldn't let anyone use anything else.
I can sell you a table.
I just don't have the room or the money.
I know builders.
You know. Oh yeah. Well, I think what we want to do is move.
Yeah, I'm looking at a house right now.
Our neighbors just got a third dog.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and they're all chained up by white twine.
Yipey.
Two yippies, one pit bull.
Oh.
So maybe that'll solve itself.
Keep the
I'm joking for those
Holly
people
looking to jump
there.
back in the.
Oh
my God, she missed it.
Those are the weird ones, though.
She jumped up though. If you watch her shoot this, she comes out of this shot. For sure. So we're gonna give Cheryl the opportunity to come up, but just watch when she follows through on this.
Yeah, watch the cue. Watch everything. Look at the
Arm
twist.
went sideways,
Little twist. Yeah.
All right, so Cheryl trying to take advantage of Holly's miss and get to 3. Sometimes you're not expecting to get back to the table. You can shock yourself and stuff, you know. Good shot there.
That's
right in
it.
the center of the hole.
Cheryl's got 3, Holly 2 in this race to 8
million.
Maybe they don't know it's a race to 8. They'll shake hands at 6.
Maybe. Go look at their scoreboard.
Well, remember, we changed it here.
Right.
We didn't change it there.
True.
We can't. That'd be funny if they shake hands. We're going to have to tell them, hey, you got 2 more games to go, guys.
Good match.
So Cheryl's from Weston, Wisconsin. Holly's from Oneida, Wisconsin. Going through some of the questionnaires.
She was still able to fill these out?
These are probably older.
Oh.
3 of 61.
It's still changed, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, they...
Oh, I see. The question changed, but the answers are
right.
still
And they filled it out a long time ago.
Fortunately.
So, I don't know. Cheryl still uses a Kamui Clear medium. And Holly says, one that hits well always gets me. Whatever she's got, she likes it, and she's sticking with it.
Now, that is probably the biggest advantage that I've heard expressed anyways, because they all, as far as not making you or allowing you to miscue, I think they all are very similar once you get Masters and above.
Right.
But Jeremy brings up, he says, Masters chalk is terribly dirty. I only like to use clean chalk, which Tome is definitely does not like get all over everything.
Correct.
The same way.
Yeah, we'd love Tome as a sponsor.
Yeah, right. I'll put Tome on everything if.
Can't get a hold of them though.
No.
I've tried 3 different avenues.
Oh, really?
I don't know where they're based out of.
Including our friend Nate?
No, but I think Nate's doing his own third-party thing. I mean, we could ask him. That'd be interesting. Maybe, that's not a bad idea. I went through the normal channels, hit their website, hit their Facebook. I think they're doing fine. So they don't, maybe that's it. They just want to focus on a few pro players and just kind of move forward with like that. But I could definitely see a Tome logo on our stream. I mean, anyone can sell them.
Yeah.
To be sponsored by them is a different story.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, right. What? You want to sell our chalk?
Maybe we should start by selling them.
Sure you can.
I think we do, right?
I do sell Tome. I sell a lot of Tome.
You got the V8, the V10. The joke I always use is I'm waiting for the V11. so mine's not out of date. Like computer humor. I mean, how much better can it get?
A 10 is going to make this an early game, I think, somehow.
I mean, when it's in a pocket like that, it changes the mindset. Now, what you can do in a situation like that is push out and knock the 10 in.
True, yep.
A lot of people will do that, and then obviously Holly would have the option to give it back, but at least the 10 wouldn't be sitting there as an easy mark. No longer an option, only an option after the break.
Yeah, just like in 9-ball, that first shot after the break, regardless of whose shot it is. So if you didn't make a ball, your opponent would have the option. If you do make a ball, you have the option to push the cue ball anywhere on the table. You can pocket another ball. You can hit other balls. You don't have to hit any other balls. There's no real rule other than you can't put the cue ball in the hole. Well, you can, but you give up ball in hand.
Right.
But a push out is a very open shot, and then your opponent either chooses to shoot it from where you pushed out, or give it back to you to shoot. And that's only the first shot after the break.
For you or the opponent, if it's a
regardless.
dry break. Yeah, sometimes I forget to go over some of that. Assuming everybody knows everything, you never know.
Yeah, it's surprising, I mean, even our tournaments and stuff, that's why we started putting some 8-ball or some 9-ball and 10-ball in our leagues, to try and encourage people to learn the game a little bit more, because then our 9-ball and 10-ball tournaments during the week do a little bit better, because people get a little more comfortable with the game. It's just good to have that knowledge, regardless of whether you prefer to play that game or not.
Oh, I talk to people all the time. I said, you should come to the weekly. They're like, nah, I'm not good enough for that. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's a tiered entry. You only pay $10 and you have fun.
Made for.
Yeah, I mean, people here will teach you the rules as you go. It's a good time.
If you walk out of this pool, that's nice. That's a good effort. That was a tough shot. If you come here and play pool and are open and friendly and what have you, and you come here and you don't come away learning something or in some way developing your game as a better player, I think it's because of something you're doing. Because most of our players here are really generous with information.
They are.
Maybe sometimes too generous, but
yeah, once you get them talking.
But it's nice, I mean, shared knowledge is a good thing.
People appreciate that. And then once they get comfortable, they come back and they start learning the rules and they get competitive. Then they start working on cue ball control. And I mean, it's an amazing thing.
Well, I think, a lot of it here is we're still very competitive. I mean, it's not like, oh, we don't care, here, have all the information.
Right.
It's here's the information, I'm still going to beat you.
Well, yeah.
Because people want to compete here. They want.
Well, there's no handicap.
Good players.
And, yeah, I mean, you still have to win, even if you're teaching somebody. Although a lot of times if I get into teaching mode, I usually miss a lot.
Yeah, that's tough.
So does she have the corner of the 1 to cut that in? Maybe Karam the 10? I don't know if I call the 10 here, but
I would call the 10 here. Well, maybe not, though.
It's tough, right? Because if you miss it, then you're leaving Holly a possible back bank or something on the 10.
I think you overcut the 1. You're going to miss the 1.
So you play the Karam.
Yeah, I think so.
I like it.
I'm not down there. It's tough to. Looks like what she's looking at, though.
Yeah.
But I would not want to make the 1 here, I think. I think I would really be trying to not make that 1 ball because I don't want to leave the option.
Yep. And if you hit it soft enough, your cue ball is going to stay down there somewhere. I think you're safe.
Now, remember, we're talking about somebody who plays on a valley, so how soft is she going to hit it? Not very.
Well, here we go.
Let's find out. Another quick look. The suspense is killing me. Oh, I don't know. Was she playing the 1? What was she doing?
I think the Karam.
Okay, just
real
a little
soft.
thick.
Yeah, just a touch thick. Not leaving unless you want to draw back into the 10, I think she's okay on the early game part.
I like the safety here. I like rolling the 1 up past the 9, kind of rolling the cue ball over, either snuggle it in behind the 7 or along the rail with the 4. Or shoot that in. I'm sure I would have probably shot that too, but the safety wasn't the worst idea there.
Well, it's a little tricky. I mean, you got to make the 2. So just bank it into the 10. I'm guessing she called the 10.
She did.
It's going to come out far enough, though, that it's not going to be a problem.
At least not immediately.
It's amazing when you have a money ball in the pocket like that, how it changes the game. We've seen 4 attempts at the 10 ball.
Well, and I held back from saying it, but I was going to say something about the fact that sometimes when that ball's hanging, it's a longer game because you got people playing strategically or swinging at it where normally they would just try and run out.
Right. Very true. Maybe another carom into the 10.
Looks like it. Scratch. That's what you got to do, no?
Tough shot again, but another bank on the 2.
No, she's got to hit that same draw shot, but go long.
Yeah, this is not easy, and you don't want to hit it too soft, so you leave it down there. So if you're going, you got to commit and just go for it. Maybe trying to leave the cue ball somewhere over by the 3. Oh.
Short again. Is she going to leave the same shot she last? Well, I tell you, it's not that much better.
Man.
Over the top of the 8.
Yeah. Jacked up over the 8. Tough to get shape on the 3. Being jacked up. Tricky, tricky.
Nope, a little thin. Over the ball got her.
Would have got me too. Oh, we got Cody here. Jeff, as you mentioned earlier. We got another Jeff, Yondert.
Jeff Yondert.
Haven't seen him for a while.
Oh, Letty.
Randy Parlick made it in.
Randy Christensen over there. He just won a tournament over the weekend. Or last week.
A lot of sharks here today. Come get you some. You got 15 minutes to get here for the 8-ball weekly. I think she's got a window there. Stop shot, 7-10.
Looks like it. Oh, boy. Well, I tell you, this turned into a struggle match here. Or game, at least.
I'm telling you, when the 10's in the pocket like that, everything changes. All bets are off.
All right, that's right. You just got to forget about that. What's going on, Joe?
Joe. Hello to you.
I want to thank everybody that is joining us here on their 4th of July weekend. We do appreciate it. Good to have you. You're watching the open stream on Matt Eplick Stream. It's the Queen of the Hill match.
Where's the cue ball going to stop? Still a little tricky. I think you might be able to touch draw this back to the 4. But, I mean, you really got to hit it perfect. I know it looks different on the TV. But it's not that There's not that much of an angle when you're looking at it on the table. Be really tough, though. Almost kind of like a masse. I mean, otherwise you come around, 2 rails. Oh, she called the 10. Is she going to?
Oh, my.
Oh, she touched it.
It's like, I don't know why. Every time that happens, I think of Spies Like Us.
Yeah.
When the Pinto goes down the hill, and it almost screeches to a stop, and it's a pin needle, and it explodes. You ever seen that?
I've seen the movie. Yeah. I don't remember the Pinto.
Was it Spies Like Us? I think that was
Spies Like Us. Wasn't that the
Chevy
Russian
Chase.
spies?
Yeah.
Well, they weren't really.
You're right. Or wait,
They were in the army and they got
Top
sent.
Secret?
Yeah, that might be it. You might be thinking of a different one. Spies Like Us is a great movie, though.
Yeah.
They're trying to, unarm a Russian nuke. I haven't seen that in a long time. I'm going to have to find that.
Yeah, it's funny. You go back to some of that stuff and you think, man, this is what we found funny, huh? Wow. That is a heck of a shot right there.
And
that's tough. Over the top of a ball.
the
she's got the
4 balls
bank.
there. Yeah. I like it.
Just gonna look at
I don't know.
this.
I like those movies. Like Stripes.
Oh, yeah, Stripes.
I'd
is
still
great.
watch those. I mean, Ghostbusters. I mean, they just don't make movies like that. That's why they have to reboot everything. They say our generation was the last generation of U.S. culture, and now they're just remaking everything.
Well, yeah. I
'Cause
mean,
we spent time outside.
true.
It's not going to go there, but it's a weird change.
Well, that's why I can't believe people still golf. It's too hot out there. We're so air conditioned. Holy cow, that was another close one. Well, I think you saw the last of it here. I'm pretty sure Holly's going to dump this one right in the hole.
Yeah, I mean, just tap this in. If you do miss, you definitely don't want to leave the 4 right in front of it.
Overcut, don't undercut right here. You're shooting for the low side of that 10 ball.
And the 7 will keep her from scratching. Great opportunity here for Holly to tie up the match.
Puts it down.
Got it. 3-3 in a race to 8 here at the Mad Apple Burger and Billiard. We welcome you to the Mad Apple Extreme.
We'll leave it run one more time.
Open Stream edition. Yeah, might as well. It was a great shot. And she hit it perfect. Can't hit it much better than that.
Oh, dead center pocket. Cue ball's in control in the middle of the table where you want it. 3-3, race to 8.
1, 2, 3 in the front of the rack. I notice Cheryl still likes to put the 2 and the 3 in the back corners. Not something you have to do anymore in the BCA PL updated rules.
Some people do.
Yeah, the funny thing
Some of
is
the
you don't
rules are
have to
still
do it
that way,
anymore,
I
so
think.
now is that considered pattern racking if you do do it?
Right. That's what never made sense to me is they tell you they don't want you to pattern rack, and then they make you pattern rack
And then tell you not to.
4 of the 9 or 4 of the 10 balls.
Well, it's an evolution. Just quit trying to change 9 ball.
Please.
Yeah.
Go back to winter break. Please.
Yeah.
Stupid. I mean,
Well, did you notice Emily, winter break, she did a post that just said winter breaks, and that's it.
Oh, really?
Because, yeah, honestly, she's pushing packages.
It's awesome.
And that's cool, right? You want to see somebody win 4 or 5 in a row perfectly
Right.
with a good break, not any weird soft break, no exploits. Work themselves out of a corner. And then you want to see the opponent come back with 3 or 4.
9 ball is an aggressive game. It's supposed to be I run 3, you run 4.
Right.
That's how it is. It's not one it just turns it into a stupid game if you don't.
Well, pros playing pros, long race, nothing wrong with winter breaks.
I agree.
But if it's a race to 4, I guess I understand some of that. But
yeah, that's a different style of game, though.
Right, 100%.
Yeah.
You want to give the guy at least one attempt. I like what they're doing. It's exciting to watch. I can't wait for the next Moscone Cup.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a ton of stuff that's going on in their sport right now that's terrific. So.
Who do you think's going to be on the European team? I heard Jason Shaw might not be.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, I would think he'd still be the coach if he's not.
Why wouldn't Shaw be on there?
I guess he hasn't been playing. He doesn't have points or something. I don't know. I mean, you got Filler, and
yeah,
I don't know if Gorse can play, and you got all those young guns that are just unbelievable. Probably have Kachi. Kachi's been coming around.
He played strong that last tournament that I saw him win.
The Greek, too. I can't remember. I'm blanking. The Greek player, he's won a couple of championships in the past 2-3 years. I mean, I would assume they'd all be playing. And then the U.S., it'll obviously be, Woodward and maybe Tyler, Shane. I don't know. Shane's kind of in the same boat where, like, he might just be a coach. Kazakis, yes. I can't believe I forgot. Alex Kazakis.
Ancient Grecian formula.
Whatever works. Pretty open table here. I mean, 3 to the 4. Barring you don't bump in anything too weird, you could probably just roll this in. Just don't want to end up behind the 10.
Or do you?
Well, it's a beautiful save.
I want to be behind the 10 if I miss the 3.
This is going to be a tough hit. I think you go rail first in between the rail and the 9 and just hope for the best. I mean, with the 6 there, you almost...
I think it's pretty natural what you're saying. I think it's a pretty good shot. Actually.
Do you have to use a little bit of right, though, to tighten it up?
I don't think so. I think that's just center ball, honestly, looking at it. Because you're trying to hit just past the side pocket.
Right.
Right? I mean, you're almost trying to aim for that piece of chalk sitting on the side rail.
Right. Go for rail first. Yep. Don't overthink it.
Trying to hit right about in that
I mean,
spot.
I think if you hit anywhere over there in the rail, the 3's going.
That's a good shot. She made that ball. Oh.
Oh.
Man,
can't hit it any better than that.
Nice try there by Holly.
It's better than ball in hand. I'll take that any day. I mean, it's an easy starter shot, but I still don't like giving ball in hand, especially if you're playing 3 foul rule.
Yeah, American team, you'll for sure see Shane Van Boening.
I hope so.
Why wouldn't you?
I don't think he's had the points. Like, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if the coach has. I mean, obviously he's going to be on the team. I don't know if he's going to be a coach, though, or a backup.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's just the reality of it is I don't know how dedicated he is anymore. I've been watching him play for the last year and a half, and it seems like he just wants to go fishing.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
He's out fishing. Fishing. Yeah.
He's one of my top 3 favorite players, so don't get me wrong out there. I'm just curious on who the teams will be.
Good speed, good choice. She hit that well.
I think we might see Savannah Easton play on the Moscone Cup.
One day.
Coming up soon. I think at this point right now she's playing good. I mean, she's playing better than most. I don't know how consistent, but like the stuff I see online, unbelievable. Her shot-making skills, her cue ball control, everything. Even with people sharking her. Grown men.
Yeah.
Sharking her while she's shooting during a tournament, and she still runs the table.
Well, you're talking physically grown men.
Yeah, well, that, true. Very true.
What a shot there.
Beautiful.
Took a lot of control get where she did there. She could have stood to be just slightly further over, but she'll make this work.
So I don't know. I didn't get a response from Kyle. I don't know if he's coming in today.
Oh.
So this might be one of those days where I pull in some ringers, some brothers and some friends, and maybe Ray. It'll be one of those exciting days where you get a lot of guest commentators.
Good stuff.
But I'm not counting him out yet. He loves doing this. I just don't know about the holiday.
I just put him on the flyer, man.
Well, it might just be, holidays are weird, some things happen. Like we had two of the, challengers cancel. Patrick's, I don't know if he's glamping or if he's really in a tent. I feel like he's got like a 800, square foot RV that he pulls with his Chevy, 8-cylinder truck.
Man, listen to you. I think Patrick's like a multimillionaire.
He is. He's got more value in DeWalt batteries than I do in retirement.
Wow.
Stacked neatly on the shelf with not one particle of dust on anything.
It's true. He did get invited to that DeWalt
He did.
specialty thing. Right?
Yeah, he's kind of the beta tester for them. Some would say a spokesperson.
That'd be nice. Cross-side rail, looking to fire it in. See what happens. Is she cutting that ball? Jeez. Can't quite tell. Did you see the call?
No.
Fired the rail.
Uh-oh. 9's going to be in the way.
Allowed.
Now, how do these players feel about jump cues? They both dislike them on our questionnaire.
Holly hates it too. Huh?
Yeah, I don't see Holly with a jump cue in her hand. So we're going to most likely see a kick. I love jump cues.
Are you any good at it?
Yeah. I hit them all the time, and I usually get lucky, and I have a decent percentage of making them if they're reasonable. But sometimes I overhit them. You think you got to get over, and then I'll tell you, out of all the jumps, I rarely knock a ball off the table. So
yeah, so you get it down right away.
I try, and I've been trying different types of jumps too, closer.
Yeah, bringing him up again. Damon took fourth like 2 weeks ago. He was in the top 4. This tournament.
And he's only what, 8?
9. I think.
9? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I like this. Maybe roll up from the 9 and the other side. At least that's what I would be going for because I don't like moving the cue ball too much. Oh, she could hold it.
Nice shot there.
Didn't even see that. Now, what do you do here? A little top and a little right to try to keep the cue ball near the 10? Or do you just kind of roll this in and just take the cut on the 10?
I go top right and play the 10 in the same corner.
Right. So the problem with
I'll
inside
go to the
is
rail and back over it.
sometimes people miss because of that extra inside. I don't know why inside is so much harder. Maybe people don't practice it as much. I don't. That was the idea. Yep.
Well, Damon made Jeff pay.
Was another great opportunity for Holly to take the lead. I'm not sure who won the first one, but this might be her second time. Ooh. Came out a little far. This is a tough shot.
Yeah, she's shaking her head. She doesn't like it.
I'm cutting this to the left with right English, but it's a 50-50 whether or not I scratch. Maybe just not too much right.
It's center ball.
I like rolling it in with the friction, the less friction. I don't know. When I do really, really thin cuts, I usually do a little running English. I don't know if it's something I learned banging balls around before I got any kind of training and it stuck with me.
All right, she's going for the bank, though. She's going to try and bank it right back to herself. Well, she's not going to be happy with this. She's going to give this out to...
It's definitely a better opportunity here for Cheryl. It's not straight, but darn near close.
Fowler in the house.
Well, he made it on time. Oh, no, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
I don't get why people can't be here on time.
On time for everybody else. Everybody else is going to be later.
He's probably a spy, like a CIA or something. Heavy schedule.
See, and that's the nice thing. So Damon's over there. He's playing against Jeff. And Jeff, the entire run, is helping talk him through the pattern, which is pretty cool. We're going to put him under the gun here. He's got one last shot to get to here. 9 off the 6, no problem. And he's run this rack, by the way, from the break.
Look how he takes his time.
Good for Mitch. He's right in the way. What's up, Mitchell? Best cat dead ever. And I can't tell. Did it go down?
No.
Oh, he just missed it.
But he's giving him a lesson.
Yeah.
And that's Jeff. Helping him out, saying, hey, maybe try this, maybe try that.
And that's on to my point. You know what I mean? You've got a whole bunch of people here who are passionate about this game.
I think he won.
Yeah, I think he made it.
Oh, okay.
There you go. I think he made it. He ran that from the break, regardless of whether he made that 8-ball or not. He had a solid cluster and ran that ball over. Really nice job.
Unbelievable. 9 years old?
Yeah. All right, Cheryl to break. That's a good break. Was 10 in the right spot there?
I don't know.
It seemed very weird to me, the way that ball went.
Did we catch a replay in time?
I did. I'm about to look. It is.
Yeah.
Watch this thing, how it goes. I'm trying to figure out how it went the way it went.
It just went straight. How's that
I
possible?
don't know. Something. All right, so 10 gets spotted back up. Still Cheryl shot, shooting at the 1. She leads this match now, 4-3 over Holly de Villers. And race to 8. We got a Fargo rate for Cheryl of 451. Fargo rate for Holly of 408. Virtually nothing. 50 points, I don't think that's a consistency issue, more than anything.
Well, and it depends on if you play in a lot of tournaments.
Right. But Holly's score has been going up, too, so you got to take that into consideration. We're not always at the level our score is. So Holly she was well below 300 when she started doing the Queen of the Hill.
And she's been working at it.
She's been working. She's been playing. She's up over 400. and probably a little bit higher than a 400 as far as her actual rating should be.
Got the carom. Might be a window on the one.
Looks like it. David Searing in the house.
Coming to try to collect.
Make some moulage. Oh, just rolls out enough to leave Cheryl a shot at the one here.
Calling it right now. Ray first. David second. Jeff Tishar third.
Okay.
It's a trifecta bet. If I get all of them right, I get a free Diet Dr. Pepper.
Okay. Bet.
Deal.
Bet. What do I get? You can buy me a Mountain Dew.
You never get anything.
Buy me a Mountain Dew.
You want me to buy you a Mountain Dew?
Or,
Go to the bar, say it's for you, and they just give it to me.
Right.
It's like during league,
It's
I
the
always
thought
buy
that
everyone
counts.
water.
You're so generous.
Well, you know, got to spread the love.
I don't know who messes with this microphone all the time, but
It's all they're always in a weird spot.
look at this. Perfect. Below my view of
Yeah,
everything.
not in the sight. Yeah,
Look at yours.
I'm just kind of like in different. It's gonna be a day. I'm pacing myself. Started out a little too energetic, so I have to lower it down a bit, save some of that.
Bunch of great matches today. That match, I'm going to be watching that for sure. MH and Jimmy.
I can't wait for that. And MH has been wanting me to commentate for him.
There you go.
He says, I have a natural sight of the game.
He just wants you to say nice things about him. Natural sight of the game.
Well, after doing this for so long, commentating is not easy. You have a tendency of trying to guess everything all the time, and you know, sometimes it's okay. Just let it ride.
Well, so and there's a difference too, depending on experience, maybe.
100%. And also a difference in who you're watching play, because like if you're watching SVB play, you know, Federer,
right,
it's obvious what they're going to do playing 9-ball almost every shot.
Well, and you're not going to offer up too many other options, considering unless there are a couple viable,
correct,
real options, you know. And
they get themselves in a pickle somehow, which is rare.
Right.
And a lot of,
but there's always the right shot. You know what I mean?
Correct.
So if you have somebody with enough experience and has played enough, it's not necessarily guessing what it's telling what maybe is the right shot.
but they don't always see it that way, like the jesters, right? You could see a straight-in shot, and they might cut it just because that's what they felt like doing. It's not easy.
Right. So for me, the right shot here is to just get up table on the 4, try and come between that 10-4, possibly nudge it, but with speed that you're above the 4 here.
Right. I'm not sure if that
speed.
goes in the upper right, but she tried to
Goes for
break it
That's-
up.
That's the angle that I would have shot, trying to get to there, but you almost wanted to hit that on the way through, not the way back, but it's okay. Left her options open. That's the biggest thing in this game. Looks like we got some of the afternoon matches in 8-ball underway for the mini tournament.
Yep, they're going. 10 after 1. Looks like a good crowd for this holiday weekend. A little bit of a, well, I don't know.
Cheryl going to sell that one out, I think. It's looking pretty good.
It's close.
Well, she doesn't quite have it. I'm looking at the actual table right down the line of it, and she's going to have to swerve it just a little to get around that 6 if she wants to try and make it. Sucks to get old. I threw my back out like 3 days ago,
Oh, no.
I wasn't doing anything.
Well, that's what happens. You can just
anything.
get out of bed and be injured.
Horrible. And then I injure myself trying to fix my injury.
Oh, so we went to Denver and we had an order of food and whatnot, and I got water. First thing I do is lift a 30-pack of water and twist weird. And I'm like, I got 4 days to go with hiking and walking.
Right.
This better not become an issue. Ooh.
Oh, my. That was a heck of a trying to get that one rail pass. So good idea there by Holly.
But, yeah, I survived.
Yeah.
Worked out. It was more, yeah.
That's where you get that one where every step you take on uneven ground makes your back just go.
You're like, well, it's like a tightening, but it wasn't
Yeah.
lower. It was kind of middle. So, it's just got to loosen up. And, Denver's got a lot of stuff for that. So,
So you were loose.
yeah. Good
Yeah,
times.
man.
A lot of Advil and Tylenol and all
Right.
that good stuff.
Herbal teas.
Correct. Yeah, we stayed in an Airbnb because it was half the price of a hotel, and amazing.
Yeah, my wife won't do that.
I don't know why. You get a washer and dryer. You get a kitchen. As long as you know that they're cleaning the sheets.
She watches way too many horror movies for us to be able to stay in an Airbnb, I think.
I think it's worse to stay at a hotel, though, sometimes, because everybody has passcodes for those doors, right? I don't know.
Passcodes.
Like, what do you mean? You don't like Airbnb, but like a hotel is fine?
Yeah.
I guess you're right. But, if a place has like 8,000 reviews and they're
Right.
like a top place, I mean, you're pretty safe.
Have you seen some of these horror movies, man? They get pretty creative.
Yeah.
They come up with a way.
It is a little spooky the first night.
Yeah, it's like somebody's house.
Yeah.
I'll stick to our resorts.
I've done it enough where it's great, though, because you can have 2-3 families. Some of them are like 3-4 bedrooms, bunk beds, pull-out couches, washer and dryer.
Serial killer.
You can cook, have breakfast. There's no serial killer.
There's never any left when I get up in the morning.
No cereal. The Honey Nut Cheerios is gone.
That's what I'm saying. Killed it.
And that's a thing. When you get older, you can't go out to eat 3-4 meals a day. You got to find a way to have breakfast, lunch.
Taking a fat incinerating pill. It's just going to burn right off.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I think that's illegal now.
I'll let you know how it goes.
Oh, you are? You took one?
Well, I'm supposed to be working out too, but I'm seeing how the pill works first.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if you don't eat more
Right.
than 2,000 calories a day, you're going to lose weight.
I'm actually supposed to eat 2,800.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a lot more than I would think. Unless every time I've done something, it's always been like a 2,000 calorie diet. And that's not hard to do. But if you work out, you get more calories. So maybe that's what it's considering. It's considering that you're working out so that you have more calories to consume.
Cycling your calories is part of it. So you put yourself in a fat burning mode, and then you eat a lot of calories, and then you get into that fat burning mode, and then you eat no calories.
Yeah.
Or fewer.
I've been through it a few times. COVID was not cool with the gym closing.
I'm just too fat.
But like weightlifting seems to be the way to do it because you burn calories while you sleep. I mean, how does it get any better than that?
Experience Fitness just closed throughout the entire state of Wisconsin.
Yeah, they
So-
went under because of that.
Yeah.
Well, it was also their management. When COVID hit, they kept charging everyone.
Oh.
It's like, hello, you're closed. Stop charging me.
Right.
I'm going to cancel now.
Right.
And now they go out of business. So now I got to go to like Crunch Fitness or
Right.
some kind of boutique.
Join the Y. I'm telling you. at least
Oh,
the
it's so
money-
expensive.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
And
it's
it-
like $150 starter fee and like $75 a month.
Yeah, but at least if you're
I
going to
gotta
spend
do
money and you don't go to the gym anyways,
I got to do it, yeah.
at least it's going to a good cause. Eh?
Is it though?
Oh, yeah.
Because I have problems with the ladies at the front counter every time I walk in.
Well, they just work there.
They're
Oh.
the face. And I don't know if anybody's been to the Y, but the locker room is no pleasure.
No.
A lot of old guys walking around.
I don't like that. Like, How are you okay with that?
I mean, they're from the church next door, so.
I'd ask what religion, but then we'd be pushing.
I don't really know. Yeah, I'm not. None of this is jokes. Like, this is the Menasha Y.
Oh, Menasha.
Nina Menasha is what they call it because it's right on the border. I'm
Go
only
to
a couple
Appleton.
miles away.
You can go wherever.
I got to do something that I can do during lunch,
Oh.
where you kind of get a quick workout in. Anyway, not trying to bore the listeners too much.
I mean, we're just waiting for this 8-ball anyways.
It's a struggle. I miss it. Experience was amazing for $10 a month, and I miss it.
The only ones that had a pool, I think, right?
It was just a swim lane.
Yeah, whatever.
So like, it wasn't like deep or anything. I never used it, but they had a sauna, the swim lane pools, and then they had like the theater. The theater was cool. You could watch a movie while you were doing cardio.
Well, Cheryl looking at possibly being tied here if Holly can manage these last 2 balls.
This is a tough shot on the 8. I don't know. Doesn't matter who you are. This is a tough shot.
I don't care who you are. Now, that's funny.
I don't care who you are. This shot is impossible.
Impossible.
No, you can make it, but then you got to go back and forth to get on the 10 and the side, or
I'll be honest. I don't worry about the 10 ball in the
you just shoot
slightest
it.
possible. I mean, it's not like it's not in a spot where you are
Got 3
probably going
pockets.
to get a leave on it.
Right.
So I would just worry about making the ball here. That's it. Maybe try and keep my speed under control. But as far as spinning it, the only spin I'm putting on is one that makes me think I'm going to make the 8.
Yes. I would have to agree. Just make the ball and see what happens.
Even a very experienced good player here isn't probably playing shape.
Well, they might be doing speed, like playing speed, not doing speed.
Doing speed would make it a lot harder.
I mean, they might try to play it with speed, so that they know that it's not going to go everywhere.
I don't even know if that's a real thing anymore, speed.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Adderall?
Yeah, I guess Adderall probably took the place of all that.
Think so. Should try it.
Ball in hand, 8 in the side, 10 in the corner. Here we go.
Pretty sure I have ADHD.
Squirrel.
It's hard to play pool when you hear everything in the room.
Yeah, it is. I'm telling you, I'm the same way. If I could just zone out like half these people.
I guess earbuds. I just don't want to get used to that, Like, I only play good with earbuds.
Honestly, I don't like that either because I can't hear the click of the ball. It doesn't feel right when I shoot.
You got a point there. Takes away some of the feel. I think she lined up real nice on this 10.
Perfect. 8 in the side, 10 in the corner.
This could be looking at the biggest lead today, if I'm not mistaken.
Pete, I agree. Not only does the gray cloth make it easier to see in person the shots that you're shooting, but I think it makes it a lot easier to see on the stream.
And the scoreboard is crispy.
Crispy.
It reminds me of 2 turntables.
You keep saying that.
I know because I used to be a turntable DJ.
How
So
about tire tracks?
No, turntable. Because those are the lines, but the little red light, so you can see them moving.
Oh,
That's how you could tell the speed if you're a good DJ,
Again.
unlike what they got now.
5 games to 3. Holly taking a little 2-minute break.
We'll switch over to Craig Fowler here, running the table. Just made the 8. Oh, that's pretty cool. When you're looking at it, it turns green, so I know. And then it turns red. Oh,
so
now I
it's saying
know.
It's ready.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Riley, is that Whetstone? Are you hearing everything everywhere all at once?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I do too. I think for me it's different depending on where I am. Like here, it's next to impossible for me to play pool because I am continuously listening to everything from just general conversations to people saying stuff about food or drinks
complaints
or,
or whatever
well,
kind
even
of
if it's just
someone always
I
yelling
wonder where
about
the waitress is.
Right. Oh,
You know,
yeah.
If you hear that and you're somewhere, you're like, yeah, I wonder where the waitress is.
Right.
If I hear that, I'm like, where in the hell is the waitress?
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's just a different thing.
I feel like I'm in the same boat because I've been here so long that I want to help them. I want to go find them and send them over.
Yeah, it's true. And I can see that at different levels, depending, because there are a lot of people that care to the point where they.
Ooh, that's an illegal rack.
Where? Oh yeah.
No solid, no stripe in the corners.
Well, he's new here. We should probably let him know. Craig Fowler with his infamous shirt.
Yeah, it's not quite Hawaiian.
There's Fong.
He's looking good. He lost a little bit of weight, and his boot is off, and his leg is doing fine. For those that don't know, Fong slipped on the ice and broke his leg. Some would say he owed a lot of money, though, to somebody.
For his leg?
No.
Oh, I see.
I don't know what's going on. He seems to be doing just fine now. I haven't seen him without the boot, so.
Holly is back, but now we're waiting on Cheryl to get back.
Good old Craig Fowler. Eyeing up the table. Oh, let's see this. Look at that. 14 ball. Boom. I forget this guy's name, but he's not new in the gray.
I'm not sure either. So Cheryl just walked back in. We're just about ready to resume the Queen's match here. We got Cheryl up 5-3 at this point.
So, Riley, do you have some tips? Are you hearing everything everywhere all at once? I mean, that is the definition of ADHD. I think a lot of us have it from our generation just because there was so much going on all the time.
Well, so I think the answer, I think the times that I'm able to get past it simply comes with, what is she doing?
I don't know. I don't know what she
leaving?
she waved, and I'm not sure. Should I go ask? I'm going to mute my mic and see. Couldn't understand.
It's 8 on the screen. It's 8 on the stream. You guys just got to change it on yours. Yeah. Yeah, we haven't changed it officially yet. Yeah. We'd like you guys to keep going. Everything all at once. I did see that movie, actually.
Oh, yeah, that was a good movie. Yeah.
Good flick. I enjoyed that.
That was one of the better ones.
But the truth is, yes, I am hearing everything all at once.
Yeah, I thought that's what he was talking about. I thought he was going to give me
answer,
some tip, like, oh, well, in that case, you should do this, and then life will change for you. But no, thanks, Riley.
Well, watch the movie. Now
Yeah.
you got the answer.
I did watch the movie. Didn't help.
Didn't help.
Randy, it is a race to 8. Their scoreboard says 6. Ours says 8, just because, that's how it goes sometimes. But if you look at the flyer, unless we run short on time.
Well, at this point, we wouldn't be able to change anything because
yeah.
it's not the only reason we did last time is because it was 2-2.
And it was like 4 hours into the match.
And it was 4 hours into the match, right? And it's rare that we'll do that. If we run a little long, we run a little long. We're trying not to.
We don't want to piss people off,
right.
I mean, that's not our goal here.
1:45 is when this is supposed. Well, the Jesters should start at 1:45. It's probably going to be, by the looks of this, closer to 2 o'clock. We can live with 15 minutes.
We'll probably leave the stream running like we usually do. I've seen Patrick doing that a little more because they've been basically up on each other time-wise. So I don't know if we have to start the Queens a little earlier.
I've heard that before. Has somebody suggested that already?
I think so. I mean, 10:30 maybe, split the difference. I mean, if you're not busy training the juniors. Yes. That is Kyle.
He was just ignoring you.
I just think some people just don't know how to do Facebook chat or something.
I always answer my Facebook chat.
Yeah. Well, I've learned my lesson. I try not to overdo it with too much information. So now we're just sticking to, like, who's here Sunday, who wants to do a Sunday,
Good job.
I mean, communications. We've been having more meetings, so we get, like, the details out during the meetings, which
Here's
is really
the
cool.
deets.
It's been working out pretty good.
Timing. Oh, I was looking for that to cut it back in. All right, Holly giving up the shot to Cheryl. Cheryl's leading right now, 5-3, race to 8.
Don't sweat the small things. That's a movie too, Riley, right? Or is that the advice?
That's his advice, I think. Should probably is a movie too.
Yeah. After making a mistake on the first one, I don't know. I definitely don't sweat the small things, but I'm kind of in a leadership position at work, and I'm kind of in a leadership position here, so it's hard not to. And do your job well.
Yeah, that's we just had our meeting for the restaurant. We have our managers meeting every other Friday, and then I do one-on-one manager meetings every other week. But we just had our team meeting, and I said it's unfortunate. I said because there's a lot of things that we do really well, but the truth is I don't need to tell you guys that. That's what you're here to do.
Right.
Unfortunately, my job is to see the things that we don't do well and really focus in on those things. And that, it's tough to always be the one saying, hey, that's not enough. Hey, we're not doing enough here. Hey, we're not doing enough here. You know what I mean?
Right. And people get offended at a lot of things these days.
Well, I don't know. That's all culture, and I try not to create that culture here. Because the reality is I'm a results-based person. I don't care whose fault it is. I don't care the reason. I don't care any of that beyond fixing it.
Correct. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to put blame on anybody,
Yeah, nobody blaming doesn't solve anything. My boss once told me years ago, he's like, come to me with solutions, not complaints.
Yeah, right.
Have a complaint, but have 3 options to solve it.
Correct. Yep. Hey, this sucks. We need to try and do maybe this, or this might work.
Right. And if they don't listen, sometimes you do stop doing that. But a lot of times, with a good manager, they'll try to work that in, or at least feel like they did.
It's looking good there by Cheryl.
That was beautiful.
Too. Yeah, really well hit.
Yeah, that was 2 pieces of advice that I remembered from him. The other one was small bites of the elephant. When you're feeling like, man, you got a huge project, it's not supposed to be done in one day.
Right. Well, and setting yourself up for success.
Oh, yeah.
As you can continue, just prioritizing, understanding the order of things, and being able to set yourself up for success in small phases,
That's it. Little milestones.
Yeah. That's what pool is, you don't start out a champion.
Well, and each ball, right? Sometimes you look at the table and you're like, oh, this is easy to run. But you got to make each ball one at a time. Otherwise, a lot of times you end up screwing it up.
Well, this is a big game right here. I tell you, I think mentally it does a lot for Cheryl and Holly, honestly. And it could go either way with Holly. It could inspire her to really bear down, or it's just at that point right now. 6-3, pretty big gap. 4-5, not so much.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good match for Cheryl here. She's been on a tear, shooting everything.
Yeah, her shot making today is really spot on, and her position is pretty good too. So she's had a couple of nice shots in this run. Hopefully we can see her finish this rack out.
She left herself nice and straight, which is how I like to do it. I don't like a lot of pressure on my last
Even
shot.
better, not quite straight.
Right.
That little angle that makes us all much more comfortable.
Boom.
Nice
Center
shot.
pocket.
And good out there by Cheryl. She played a lot of nice shots. I'm going to hopefully show you 1 and then the 10 ball if I did this properly. We'll see. Show you the slide over. No, we'll just have to show you this 10 ball, finish things out.
It was a great run. I don't remember. I think it was a 5-6 balls.
Yeah, the slide over for the 7 in the side was really a crucial part of that run.
Bumped into the 8, stopped perfectly.
Yeah.
That was, perfect. I can't remember what Jess said. I think she said either it's perfect or beautiful. So I'm going to say it every chance I can.
Perfect.
I don't know if they're listening today. I haven't seen them chime in.
Princess.
How you doing, Lisa?
What are you doing here?
She pops in.
She must be camping. Are you camping? You got us on at camping?
Or glamping.
Glamping. Well, happy 4th of July weekend to you and everyone else.
100%.
3 ball, pocketed. Oh, just sneaks into the 10.
That's going to be tricky.
2-6 looks like that'll go. 3 balls pretty tight up there, but I think you can maybe sneak it in. But she's got enough to worry about just with the 1 ball here.
Yeah, I mean, you could maybe make it and then get lucky and have a window on the 2-6, but I think I'm playing safe here.
Oh, you made it. Dave, look at he's right on time. He's right when he said he'd be here.
On the money. Yeah, Fong's pretty flexible when it comes to people being a little behind. We do like people to try to show up at 1, though, before 1 so we can start.
Oh,
wow.
just smokes it down the rail.
And has the window.
She's not messing around now. She's right down on this ball to shoot this combination. Drains it.
Ooh, a little harder, and that might have broke up the 3. Still wouldn't have been real pretty on the 2,
Let's
but
look at this 1 again while she's
unbelievable.
prepping. Really hit that well.
It's a great shot. Very tough.
This one's equally as tough and probably a little tougher based on where the 3 ball is sitting.
Does have a chance to break into the 3, though.
Didn't quite draw that one enough or cut it enough. And leave Cheryl fairly good on the 2, but still tough to get on that 3 ball. That 3 ball is going to create some problems until they can pick it out of there.
It's one of those tables. You can make the 2, and then what?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Safety. After the 2, maybe. I mean, you could probably hit this with a ton of low left and bring it around, try and bring it around 3 rails, but you're going to miss a lot of traffic to do that. That's the that shot right there, but you got to make the ball and make it through the traffic and hit it hard enough.
Came out good, though.
She did.
With both players disliking jump cues. We haven't seen a jump cue come out yet.
I think Germany is going to come back. This new felt. Nope. Adjust the hue on your TV. It's actually supposed to be orange. Just kidding, Roland. No, it's gray.
I don't get Germany? I don't know. It is new cloth. Simonis 860 HR gray. Tournament edition.
Shark gray.
Shark gray. I think that's the new standard. Although I don't see us moving to the purple 5 ball anytime soon.
No. Number 1, those balls are super expensive.
I mean, that's the only mistake
these are
they
expensive
made.
Enough.
If you're asking me at a boardroom meeting,
yeah,
I think that's the only thing.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
You just can't reuse a color for another number. I see changing a color,
Sure.
but you can't
Pink.
reuse it. Yeah,
Pink
the
and purple.
orange 5 is a beautiful thing.
I like it.
It's the money ball.
Yeah.
Plus, it's my favorite color.
Yeah, it's sharp. I don't think her angle is good for this. I see what she. Oh, she's just okay. I thought she was going to break it, and I was going to say she doesn't look like she's got it sting. Oh, okay. World Cup of Pool.
Yeah, I've been paying attention to that. I saw a couple clips on how the European teams were doing like a miscue and lost a match because of a miscue or something. Some pretty big upsets.
Probably put a little bit of Masters chalk on top of their tome.
I mean, it's very rare you see a pro miscue on a heavy draw shot.
Yeah, it is.
It jumped right over the ball and went into the pocket. Like,
that's awesome.
Yeah. So you don't see that very often from a pro player. I mean, it happens.
Cheryl digging out the bridge.
Yeah, I think you just tap this. Just let it be. You can maybe kick at it.
She is kicking at it, huh?
I would probably go, one rail, just tap the 3 really soft. Make sure you hit a rail after contact.
I don't like this. Watch this. 10 ball is going to be on a rope after she hits this ball.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, hit it hard or hit it soft, but somewhere you want to get some kind of separation there.
She's got to get to a rail, too, so she's got to go into the 3 before the rail. Otherwise, she could get... See, that would have got her in trouble. Even if she would have hit that, I think that would have got her in trouble. I don't know that it would have got to the rail.
And it does look kind of strange, but I don't know if the 310 goes off the 4 on the side. I mean, that's kind of a wild trick shot, but...
Oh, Holly doesn't want to get down any more games, so whatever she does here, it has to be in recognition of the fact that she's down 3 games in this race to 8. So I think she's doing the right thing here by playing safe. Wow. Safety coming. I'm not exactly sure where she's going with this. I think she just lined up the 3-8, unfortunately for her. Sure, we'll have a shot that's possible here.
Well, it moved the 10, and that was the goal. So now, after maybe a safety or 2, this table should be wide open. I mean, if we do have enough time, I kind of want to stop the stream. I think a lot of people want their match to be separate.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to share it to your friends.
I like
although we do lose, 40, 50 viewers. So I don't know. It's a gamble.
I think you shut it down just so everybody does have their own stream.
We can make that a new standard. If you had 120 people watching the Queens, maybe I would change my mind on that. I think a lot of people have trouble finding it. We've got some older people that watch. Maybe they're looking for it on their TVs, and sometimes it doesn't refresh. But I like that. Maybe that could be our thing. Next meeting topic.
Okay. All right, accidentally sunk the 8, but she's going to leave this 310 lined up.
Ooh.
Let's see how Cheryl's combination prowess is.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely go for it. Take
What's
your time.
The name of that app?
NDI. time, there's a lot of setup. I don't know if I want to do that live, though, just in case. It could crash. I don't know. Seems fine now. Yes. Yep, that's it. I was thinking we could just install it on like an iPhone or something that you leave laying in the corner here. You know, and then everyone can use it. But I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
Except for this, got a better camera than an iPhone. I do.
Sometimes they just come out clear. You know? iPhones just do things differently. Just missed it. Left it in the pocket. We're going to have one of those now where, did we go for the 10 ball? In this case, I might try to carom the cue ball off the 3, off the rail, into the 10 while playing a two-way safety. I do like that. She went for it. It's not a direct shot on the 10, but if I'm Cheryl, I think I'm banking this 3 into the 10 with speed. So that if you miss, the 3 goes far, far away from that corner. I think she's got a high percentage chance of making this, though.
See, according to this video ranks differently than photos.
Ah, okay.
So the video capability of an iPhone 14 is supposedly the best at the moment.
Well, a lot of vloggers use iPhones, and
yeah,
like when you watch it on TV, it's
but
amazing.
Picture quality wise, the phone I have here is considered the best. The Samsung, the Droid.
I like the Pixels too. You know, the Pixels are the flagship.
Rated pretty high also.
You got to get the Pro though. You know what I mean? At that point, you're spending like $1,000.
Right.
But yeah, we've got some cool ideas for some mobile views.
Going for the 10, not quite seeing it, and going to set Holly up with a good opportunity here. I like the carom here personally because you're going to drive the 3 ball away from the 10, leave the cue ball. You know, there's no chance to leave an opportunity at the 10. Where
right.
If you shoot this combination that way, if you miss it, you're setting up for disaster. So she better hope she gets enough of a cut on this ball to put this 10 down. And she did. She hit that ball really nice. Just enough, too. If you watch it, it kind of catches that outside point a little bit.
Tightens up the lead that Cheryl has.
Let's take another look.
6-4.
But watch it on the overhead. Watch where it comes in. If she would have, a little less, that would have been hanging.
Right.
But she hit it perfect.
Yeah, I'm sure Cheryl's kicking herself a little bit. She had the bank combo. And I'll be honest, if she was shooting the bank by itself, she high percentage on making that ball.
Well, and that's a good way to look at it a lot of times. You ignore the 10. Once you know that it's a possibility, just like everything else, once you know it's possible, you're supposed to ignore everything and just execute.
Right.
You know, so if
don't put too much into the combo, just make the ball
right.
towards that pocket.
Right. Know that if you make it close to making the ball in the pocket, and that's sometimes how I make my adjustment. If that 10 ball is sitting out just slightly,
right,
and I know if I shoot the straight bank, that's not going to quite hit right. Okay, well I need to shoot the straight bank and maybe overcut it or undercut it just a little bit,
right,
to make that adjustment. But then once you do that, you stay there and that's all you're focused on. Forget the 10 still.
Oh, we got another one here. Roll in the 1, maybe the 2-10 combo.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
I'd be okay with this. Hard part is just delicately rolling the 1, moving forward a little bit.
Oh. She did have the carom sitting there for her. I think the combo got a bit tough. Karam wasn't easy either, but
well, opportunity here for Holly. Start off the rack with the 1 in the corner. I mean, it's pretty deep in there.
well, there she goes. Look at that. Came out pretty good for this 2-10 combination. So,
Oh, I see what the question is. No, we got to, I mean, it's pretty much instantaneous. You stop the stream, start it with a new title. If you had 2 different computers, you could do 2 streams at once.
right. All right. Well, that had no result for Holly.
And that would be a good idea, Riley, if we had matches on different tables with different camera setups. You can actually have, like Matchroom does, table 1 and table 2. And you can watch table 1 on YouTube or whatever, and table 2, they're streaming to Sky Sports or whatever. I mean, you just have to duplicate all the equipment twice. Roland Star, the whole pool hall get the new felt or just the stream table?
As of right now, just the stream table, but that's our guinea pig
And 1 9-footer.
Yeah, 1 9-footer. So we'll get there. Look at this shot. Going for the 10. Heck of a try.
Didn't leave an easy out there. I mean, honestly, when these ladies miss a shot, they're always leaving it tough. It's almost a 2-way every time.
Really nice effort though at that 10 ball there.
Yeah, I was happy to see the table was gray and it had a cover on it. And then I think League, someone called table 9, and they were like, no, we'll just take table 3 and leave it covered. It might be something you want to mention. If we want to leave that covered and protected, just have the League play on the other ones for now.
Yeah, I mean, it runs into trouble when we have more. But like I said, we're going to have everything recovered by the time we start our
fall leagues
again. Uh-oh. Now that is not going to be a good scenario because at 4-10, yeah, I mean, heck, the 2-10 might even go right now.
You know, make the 2, get shape on the 3. Still not the easiest.
Not easy. Yeah. That's why if she can see it right now, I'd give it a run.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's far enough off the rail where you could do the combo. Good call. Didn't even see it unless
I don't know if the 4's in the way or not.
Yeah, it's tough.
Can't really tell. But Cheryl's had some pretty good control today, so let's see if she can manage to pull these leaves out that she needs. Well, I don't know. I'd be half tempted to carry him the 10 right here now that you got this angle.
So you doing anything for the 4th?
Taking the grandkids on Tuesday. We're going to go to Menasha, I think.
Ah.
So Menasha's on Tuesday. I think Kimberly is where we usually went.
So you'll be at Jefferson?
Yep.
Yeah, might see you there.
All right.
A lot of times we go early, and you put out a tarp and some chairs.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's the only way to do it. Find a spot. You don't know where the barge is going to be. They move the barge every year.
Yeah.
So that nobody gets the perfect seat.
Yeah.
And get out there in the morning, like 6 a.m., set up a tarp and some chairs, and hope that nobody moved your stuff when you come back.
Yeah, so we used to do a very similar thing to that.
Ooh.
Oh, man, both of those are close. But I actually took the car down, and then I would rollerblade back home.
Oh, okay.
And that way when we would walk there, because there's a bunch of traffic. And then when you're getting out, you just sit right by your car, jump in right away, and go.
Ah, yeah.
That was Oshkosh, though.
Yeah, because at Jefferson, you got to park like all the way down by Manderfields or something. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and we're close enough, fortunately, that we can just walk from our house. I got married in that park.
Oh, right.
Right
That's
by the
cool.
cannon. Stood under the tree by the cannon on the island.
I've only been there a couple of times. I've tried going there for, you know, walking my dog or something a little, but it's like too small. Like
yeah, it's not a huge park.
Yeah, they need to. I think they tried to do it with the loop around the lake trail too, but Kimberly Clark said no. They're trying to do like a trail along the water and go all the way around. But now that Kimberly Clark is out of business or something, maybe
they're out of business.
Well, I know that office closed. I remember those guys coming to the tech and saying, we won't hire any one of you because we only hire if you have a 4-year degree in anything. And I was the only one that stood up and said, why are you here?
What did they say?
You're at a 2-year degree program where people want a job now, and you're telling them that they have to get more schooling. And by the way, it doesn't matter what the degree is in. We'll hire a history major over you.
Wow.
I don't know what she said.
How rude.
Yeah. So rest in peace. Hope you're not looking for another sponsor.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I remember stuff like that, man. You know? Nothing like telling a bunch of kids with student loans working their hardest to get a job that they can't get a job there.
Yeah, we aren't going to hire any of you losers.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, the other side of it was, oh, well, they're pushing people to get further education. You realize we're at a tech school.
Right.
Like,
I'm here
we have
because it's
kids.
quick, yeah.
We're trying to, improve ourselves, but we don't have $200,000 to go to.
Perfect speed right there by Cheryl. She could not have hit that any better speed. I like the angle she's coming into this. I think she's got a very good shot at making this ball.
I knew the 10 was going to come into play, just
unless she overhits it. This is when you don't want to hit this too hard. You hate to leave it hang,
right?
But your percentage increases if you hit this slightly lighter.
What I like doing with this one is aim more for the left, because even if it goes off the rail, it's going in.
Yeah, not by much.
No, but if you hit it direct, you're going to miss it.
Yes.
There's off the rail.
There's your rail shot.
It was a little wider than planned, but I don't think that she sold out, though.
I don't know. Is this a smart shot to kick for her, or is this a smarter shot just to drain the 10? Try and
give them ball in hand?
6
yeah.
balls,
the way the match is going, I think I would just give ball in hand and make the 10.
Drain the 10, yeah.
Or kick top rail and get the 4 out of there.
Yeah.
It has to be a guaranteed hit.
You hate leaving that. I mean, because now otherwise it's 4-6. 4-5-6 is the 10 again.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, you got to hit it right. Cut the 4 to the right rail. She's going for it. She is going for it.
Not afraid.
Oh,
she gave it a try.
Still sitting pretty good, even if that was the kick from the top rail. 10's not going.
How's Cheryl's draw shot here?
Jacked up on the rail would be interesting to see.
Could go forward too. You could cut the 4, play off 1 rail or 2 rails, and try and get the 10 that way. It's touchy. She's calling the 4 across side. I don't like this because he's sent the cue ball up table.
So I haven't played pool in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because of the graduation party, Denver trip, and all that. And then I played league.
Yeah.
So I did get some time in. But it was weird having so much time off.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way about my 8 days I took.
It's a long time when you think about it, not hitting a ball.
Yeah.
League or whatever.
I'm saying off in general, but.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I only had a couple days off of work. Turned it into a 4-day weekend. I think I got that from Mark. He finds places to go from Appleton Airport that have nonstop cheap flights.
Yeah.
And they have a set structure of times and days,
Yeah, it's 4 days, yeah. That's basically, look at that hit. I thought that was a game saver. I thought she was going to leave her tough, but
tougher than
hand,
it's she's going to have to cut this, come back and forth for the 5. unless you can spin it.
Yeah, that's a Legion Air out of Appleton that have non-stops,
Right.
one way, two ways, but it's Sunday and Thursdays they fly in and out.
Yeah, well, they do Fort Lauderdale Wednesday to Sunday or Wednesday to Saturday, which is weird. It's another 4-day pack, but so much cheaper.
Oh, yeah.
Than going to like O'Hare. Or...
Wow, she missed that ball.
Oh, this will be interesting.
She really didn't have shape either way, so even making that ball wouldn't have been the greatest.
So what do you do here? Carom or combo?
Carom. I don't like leaving the four sit over there.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you miss that wide and you hit to the end rail first, and then all of a sudden it bounces out in front of the 10.
So find your tangent line, hit a stun shot, and go right towards the 10.
Just drill it.
And the 4 will just come down here somewhere.
This one you can't be afraid of. You have to hit this really firm.
Right.
You can't lay it out there.
No, there's really not a slow roll carom. You have to use the draw for it. Or stun. What I usually would do in this case back in my 9-ball days was I'd use a little bottom left and just roll off the rail.
Yeah.
As a secondary option if I missed it, the left will swoop it over in there. Not a lot. Maybe a tip of bottom, tip of left. Gave it a shot. Oh, puts the 4 right back where it was. Is this a replay?
This one's a little tougher.
This one's much harder, but again.
This is that follow shot. This is the bank it straight back with a ton of high.
Like a trick shot.
Yeah.
Can you carom this with bottom, though? You could if you hit it hard enough. I mean, I think you get the double kiss, though, right? So you can't really.
I don't think you can carom. I think you got to play that top English shot.
Ah.
Or
look at that.
Look at that shot. Wow.
Couldn't have been done any better.
Really nice touch there by Cheryl. Good control. Holly's going to have a hard time here. This is got to go short side here on the long rail.
Well, we asked both players what their favorite game is. What do you think?
Well, Holly's, I think, is a rotation game.
10-ball for Holly.
All right. And then 8-ball would be my guess for.
100%.
Yeah.
8-ball for Cheryl. Cheryl typically plays on valleys. Holly typically plays on diamonds. Good to know. I think I'm going to skip down to their favorite movie.
What is it?
It's the same. They both answered the question the same.
Tell me it's Color of Money.
It is Color of Money.
It's the only real pool movie out there. That movie makes me want to play pool.
It's open.
Oh,
no,
that was scary.
Thank you.
That movie is the only one that I watched that really makes me want to go out and play.
I need to watch it again. I think I need to watch The Hustler, then The Color of Money, then Pool Hall Junkies, and then Aliens. That's what I get. Yeah, then I'm ready to play pool.
So I know John Carter is like an old movie, but I just watched it for the first time. That was a really good flick.
Yeah,
I liked it.
John Carter. That's not John Wick. That's not John.
Nope. John Carter. He's like a Earthman that gets sent to Mars, and Mars has life on it, and it's.
I'll have to try. It might be a movie I haven't seen.
Oh, good flick. Speaking of aliens,
you got to get your sci-fi kick every once in a while,
Sci-fi and superheroes. That's all there is. Well, if she can manage to put this 5 down, she's got a good play on the 6-10. So whole focus on making the ball, and she did. And she actually, I think she can see that straight away, 6-10. She's about in the only spot where she's even got a question because the 9's in the way a bit. Possibly. It's hard to say. I think she's got it just right so she doesn't.
That's a tough shot, though, because you have to hit the 6 so thin.
Yeah, but you're hitting the proper English even with it. So she should be hitting low right, and she should hit this hard, not light. Hard enough. Down in the hole, on the hill, 7 games to 4. Race to 8.
Oh, it's a Disney thing.
That's a good flick, though.
Yeah, I have Disney Plus. I like me a good movie that maybe I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a message. The word is definitely perfect that you overuse, and you are abusing it today.
Perfect.
I don't think I have. I think the only time I've said it was when I was trying to not say it.
I personally think that you have used the word perfect.
Perfect.
The perfect amount of times today. And you have enunciated and said it perfectly every time.
Well, I could switch to beautiful, Jess.
Are
you guys out on the pontoon? You got us on Bluetooth speaker blasting over Lake Butamore while you catch your sheephead. I don't even know if you guys fish. But, man, you can catch a lot of sheephead out there. They got like 3 eyes.
What do you call a fish with no eyes?
What do you think you are, MH? I've already got that from him twice.
Oh, that wasn't his joke. I think I told him that joke. What was the joke? I did use one of his jokes today. Most
hard
of
to
his
remember. I can never
his.
remember them. It's weird.
They're kind of like my dad's jokes. My dad's jokes got funnier after you heard them about 40 times.
Well, the older you get, the more you appreciate the subtle humor, the dryness.
What happened to the man with 2 wooden legs?
What happened?
He had a fire and burnt to the ground.
Oh,
jeez. If you hear that one 100 times, trust me, it gets funnier.
I don't
know. All right,
know.
Holly choosing a push out where she pockets the 9, leaving Cheryl with a possible bank on the 1 or a safety play.
Or she can give it back.
Or she can give it back.
If she doesn't like this.
I think I'd be tempted, honestly. I don't know. I like the 1 ball here.
Yeah, just go for it.
I don't mind this bank. Especially
Bank
you're
all
up
of 'em.
7 games to 4. You got to try something.
Yeah, but that can go. We've all been there. I've been up on an opponent, and then all of a sudden, somehow they're hill, and I'm like, what happened? How did that happen? Drilled it, and shape on the 2. It's almost like it's paused. There we go.
Was it?
No.
Wow, she hit that really strong.
Hit it
Nice
good
shot.
and got shape on the 2. Table's pretty open. Hard shot here, probably to get on the 3. I mean,
She's looking for the 3-9 here, or 3-10 here. I think she's going to play up.
well, the 3 also goes past the 10.
All right.
So it's kind of her call here if she likes where she could be for the 4, which a little more angle on the 3 would have enabled you to get a little closer to the 4.
Were you talking to Mark House?
Yes, that's Mark House and Jess.
Oh, Jess is the one that told you perfect?
Yeah, she's always
okay,
giving me
okay.
crap.
Somebody's got to.
Yeah, I appreciate it. She's my Jaeger bomb partner for league night. See, I've got a thing where I buy the first one, then I get a lot of people involved.
Your drinking team has a pool problem?
And then, yeah, exactly. I get a bunch of free drinks, and then when it comes back around to me, I'm like, no, I got to drive. It works out pretty good. She did get on the good side of the 4 there, though. So what do you say? We're just heading out on the boat very soon. Late start today. Well, you got all day and all day tomorrow. And I don't know if you guys work, but Monday and Tuesday as well. Oh, well, I guess I added a day. It's not Saturday. We can't all be perfect. Now I'm going to go out of my way. I'll have to find someone who watches the video from the beginning to the end and count how many times I say it.
Right. Going for the bank, and not quite going to happen.
Ooh, I think the cut is there.
How about that kick shot down in the corner pocket for the win?
It's a long shot, but I'd see Larry Ryder go for it.
Oh, yeah.
If it was 9-ball.
Guess what she just called?
What?
10-ball, corner pocket.
Oh, thought it was a joke.
No.
I was waiting for the punchline.
I like this shot. I think it's a good shot. It's from a good angle, too. It's going to naturally kind of cut backwards like that as long as you miss the 3. It's a good angle. I like it.
Yeah, the more I look at it, the more I do tend to overcut these kicks.
She's undercutting this. She's not quite good. Well,
she's putting left on it, though. So
yeah, maybe. She got to hit it. Give it some speed. She did, but she shorted it. Uh-oh. Oh, no, it's going to slow down. I thought it'd be faster than that. I thought it was coming up in.
So, we asked both players, do you have a favorite song or type of music that inspires you to play well and focus?
Rock and roll.
Cheryl said Aerosmith.
Close enough.
Holly said Rack 'em.
Rack 'em.
Rack 'em Up.
Rack 'em Up. Oh,
by
yeah.
Johnny Lang.
There you go.
I don't know if I've heard that. I know I probably have. I just can't put it together.
It's on the list here. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
you've heard it. I know you have because it's on the loop that plays all the time.
Rack 'em up. I think any song that's on the Color of Money becomes a pool song. And if I hear them, it's like
Oh, yeah.
you step into a little more of a gear.
Color Money made that.
Tricky shot on the 4 here.
I'd say. Song's only 13 years old.
Rack 'em up.
Yep. Nice try.
I've never heard it. I'm telling you, I've never heard that here.
Unbelievable.
I would have
That's on like all the time here.
maybe in the mornings because I'm always at work.
Yeah, maybe.
Might be a morning rotation.
You
Yeah.
work?
I do, sadly.
You're not actually at work, though. You're at home.
Yeah, unless I'm traveling.
This
But-
is a little tricky here. Yeah, that's a foul, I think.
Oh yeah, that was a push.
No.
You could replay that if you want for those who love to argue those things.
I hit a replay for it, but yeah, definitely the way the cue ball went forward, that would have been a push through, and they weren't touching.
Kind of a shove.
A shove.
Oh, thought I was gonna sneak behind the 7.
Here, while she looks, we'll take a quick look at that again.
So yeah, there's no way to make the 4 like this. I don't think. Maybe. Oh yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So if you look at the tangent line from the 4, it would have come across
Look
the
at the
table.
shot. Beautiful
Wow.
shot. No, get out of there. Oh, that's pretty unfortunate right there.
It's unfortunate, but it evens things up for the foul.
Yeah, I get it.
Karma. Not that she did that on purpose. She probably didn't know. I want to be clear out there. A lot of times I'll be in leagues too. We've got our beginner leagues. They don't know that they foul. And sometimes people who have played for years don't understand a double hit.
Yeah, and basically to put it as easy as you can put it, if you're too close to the ball, the natural stopping action of the cue ball from running into the other ball happens too fast, so your cue stick comes through after it hits the ball and stops, and you hit it again.
You're hitting the cue ball more than once with the tip of your cue.
That was a clean hit. And you could tell because the cue ball stayed on its natural line.
Right. Sometimes it's tough to tell when they're really close and people do like a punch stroke with top. It's like, oh, it went forward. It's not always that it goes forward. So it's really tough to teach people if they're set in their ways. I've gotten into a few arguments.
Well, she would have liked a little more angle on this ball, so let's see if she can make the adjustment and finish this thing out.
See if she can get perfect on the 10.
Wow, that's what you do wrong in this situation, is try and get too good. I like this. She's hitting it right. Oh, and she hit it beautifully.
Wow. Comes down table.
Really nice stroke there by Cheryl.
Good place to be for the final ball.
Authoritative, that would be.
I always hate being somewhere weird on a rail for the match-winning shot. Just adds so much more pressure.
Really couldn't hit that much better. I like the angle she left herself on this 10. Gave herself the best chance possible to get out and take the
for the match.
There it is.
Got it.
Congratulations there to Cheryl. She is the queen and back again. So next week, we've got a returning champion, Laura Link. She'll be back to take Cheryl on and see if she can regain her crown against Cheryl. So I want to thank everybody for joining us here. And a little bit of exciting news, I think. We've got next week with Cheryl winning. We actually have Jackie McGinnis who's going to come in and do a little guest commentating, we hope. She's probably listening
Sunday?
going, I'm doing what? But I had mentioned to Cheryl that if she would be coming back this week, she needs to bring Jackie. Jackie was going to come this week, but love to see her. And I tell you, she's probably got 1,000 pool stories for everybody if we can get her to
that'd be cool.
Get on in here. So look forward to seeing her either way, even if she doesn't get in the booth. But hopefully we can coerce her up in here a little bit. She's a fun lady to talk to. So hopefully we'll see that. But otherwise, we got the Jesters coming in here. We're going to shut everything down, come back. So just keep an eye out. It's literally going to be probably 5 minutes. It'll be right back up. So keep an eye out for that post and join us again. And you'll be joining Chris G. and Kyle Drake.
Kyle Drake.
Who's the match?
The match is, I think it's Randy.
Oh, yeah, Randy Farley.
And Marshall.
And Marshall Williams. Yep,
yeah.
You got her.
Yep.
So close match, too. And those are two new guys. So come in, support that thing, and let's keep this thing running.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Chris.